that's premature. I think, frankly, we are just less than a month away from an election. Folks who feel very strongly, one way or the other, about the issues in front of us should get out and vote and participate.
On Fox News Sunday, Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell says, have no doubt the attacks on Kavanaugh served only to fire up the GOP voters.
Ironically, the behavior of first Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee and then the overreach of the protesters at the Capitol have actually energized the Republican base, particularly in the red states where we're trying to pick up seats out across America.
Forecasters say Tropical Storm Michael is emerging as a growing threat to the Gulf Coast along Florida's panhandle. National Hurricane Center in Miami said the storm's crawling north toward the Yucatan Channel late Sunday night. It was expected to become a hurricane sometime tonight or tomorrow while heading north across the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Governor Rick Scott declaring an emergency in 26 counties in the Panhandle and Big Bend area. News and analysis at townhall.com.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
This is Tim Barton from Wall Builders with another moment from American history. American patriot Paul Revere rode to alert Americans of the impending arrival of the British, but he also sought patriot leaders Samuel Adams and John Hancock to warn them that the British were seeking their execution. Adams and Hancock were staying with the Reverend Jonas Clark in Lexington. When they asked Pastor Clark if his church was ready for the approaching British, he replied, "I've trained them for this very hour. They will fight, and if need be, die under the shadow of the house of God." Later that morning, 70 men from his church faced several hundred British in the first battle of the War for Independence. As Pastor Clark affirmed, the militia that morning were the same who filled the pews of the church meeting house on the Sunday morning before. The American church was regularly at the forefront of the fight for liberty. For more information on this pastor and other colonial patriots, go to wallbuilders.com.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you're going to think the same way, as for from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
Okay, let's get right to addressing the change. My change to doing a show here now. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure I handle this properly. I don't want to misspeak. This has got to be handled properly. So I have an official statement that I just want to get to, just to make sure it's done right.
All right, fair enough.
First of all, thank you for allowing me to make my statement. I wrote it myself yesterday. No one has seen a draft except for one of my former law clerks. This is my statement. Less than 2 weeks ago, Dr. Ford publicly accused me of committing wrong.
Wait. You didn't write. That's Brett Kavanaugh's statement. What are you doing? You're supposed to discuss.
Wait a minute.
This show,
crap.
The other show.
Hold on. I
There's
got the wrong one.
A lot of questions happening over the weekend online. I mean, everybody's kind of going nuts. They want some answers. So,
okay.
First of all, why the change?
All right, I'll answer your questions.
Right.
Why the change?
Yeah.
Well, I would say my entire career has really kind of brought me to this moment. This is something we've been working on for a long time. Mm-hmm. I've been building to this since my first radio job in Logan, West Virginia. I've encouraged people with our Building America segments and others to do their own thing. Okay. Something you can own. I know that's the wave of the future. So it's time to practice what I preach. I knew this was something I was going to have to do eventually. And here we are. We're ready to go. Bottom line, though, we each have our reasons. My own began the day that I was handed blueprints for this ship, a ship which had but one use. The rest of those things I alone have to.
That is Hunt for Red October. What are you talking about? That is nothing.
I don't think so. I don't think that's Hunt for Red October. That does not sound right to me whatsoever.
Let's take it step by step. First of all, why didn't you say goodbye? A lot of people want to know.
Okay, well, first of all, and I saw a lot of comments on this online. I didn't walk out. I did not walk out, nor was I forced out. See, the last few days, although it seemed pretty abrupt, were actually the culmination of months and months of slow change. So the end seemed kind of quick.
Mm-hmm.
It was not. I didn't say goodbye because it just didn't play out that way. This was not, there's no malice towards the audience on my part, on their part, anything like that. The bottom line is I'm here. So saying goodbye is also kind of irrelevant because at the same time, it's just a different place. So
that makes sense.
I mean, I feel confident that if my main goal was to still be there and work there, I'd still be there. And if it was their number one goal to have me there, I would still be there. But it was mutual. We both realized that, we were heading slightly different directions there. They have plans, I have plans, and that's a good thing. Listen, you don't run when you lose. You don't whine when it hurts. It's like first grade.
Good grief.
No one likes a crybaby.
This is a quote out of Wall Street and Gordon Gekko.
I stand by my statement.
All right, so let's back up. Take this much more simply. What are they going to do? The old show.
I don't know. That's up to them. I wish them the best of luck. I mean, I'll help if I can. The concept of competition has changed, and a lot of people don't get that in the world, certainly in broadcasting. It's not about trying to carve up the same pie. It's about baking more pies, lots and lots more pies. So competition has changed. That's it.
Who's going to be part of MoJo? Let's try to go there.
Okay, we don't know. I can tell you some. There are lots of people that I've enjoyed working with over the years.
All right.
Lots of names, Some of them will be joining us. Some of them I can tell you about. Some of them I can't. So
all right.
Those that come to mind that I can tell you about right now, Chef Patrick.
Okay.
Chef Patrick's actually on our other channel, Spoonie.com.
Yep.
Our buddy Stuntbrain, at Stuntbrain on Twitter.
Yep.
Mike Opalka, because he's a Stuntbrain.
Yep.
Mike is going to do something with us. He'll probably be heard from time to time on this broadcast, and he's going to do something at Spoonie.com with Chef Patrick, which is awesome.
Very good.
Chris Salcedo. Chris Salcedo is, I talked to him yesterday. I don't know if he'll do something specifically with us.
Okay.
But we had a friendly conversation. I love Chris, and we'll help each other in some way. Our buddy Cal.
Oh, Cal.
Cal, listen, we get enough money to pay Cal, and that crazy Muslim's going to be on this broadcast as well. I talked to him over the weekend, and, I mean, he's somebody else people know.
Yeah.
Some people I've worked with over the years will join us, names you don't know because they were behind the scenes, not on the air. Tom, there's another Tom, Chuck, Sean, Beth, John, Travis.
Wow.
I mean, they're already on board. You don't see them around here, but they're already on board with stuff like that.
Nice. Good.
And, of course, Brad Staggs. And I want to take a moment and just tell Brad Staggs that, listen, I was devastated when you weren't with the other show.
What?
I thought the show was best with you as a part of the crew.
Wait.
And I am thrilled.
Wait.
Just let me finish. I was thrilled that you will be a part of mojo50.com. God works in mysterious ways, and I'm glad that you're back in my life. We love you, Brad.
That is
#mojo50.
That is very nice, and that as well is almost verbatim what a listener posted over the weekend. So, I mean, I sent that.
We can't both love you?
I sent that to you.
We can't both love you.
All right, let's basic.
I don't know why you're so critical.
What is the plan for Mojo 50? Let's cut to that.
Okay,
What's
listen.
The plan?
Well, I can't share everything, but I can share some.
Okay.
And we've made regular announcements. There are some big names joining us, and I don't mean lengthy names. I mean some big names.
Marquee names, if you will. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, some big names that'll be joining us. Polita Bunny will be joining us at some point. Chuck Woolery.
We're gonna make a love connection.
I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but we've had conversation. Looks like Chuck Woolery will be doing something. Sam Sorbo, Kevin Sorbo's wife,
all right,
will be on the air very soon. A couple of other big names in the works that I can't share, but one of our first significant promotions are going to be giving you free commercials on Black Friday, and then we have another massive promotion coming up that we'll announce in a couple of weeks. It's going to help a lot of people. It is going to be so cool and huge. long term, we have a new concept in social media, and it's something nobody's ever heard of, nobody's ever done, nobody's ever tried, and it is going to be spectacular. By the way, this is all real. It's already begun. We're already growing. We've resisted initially the option of investors, but we have a business plan just because it'll help us grow faster. So maybe, something like that will happen.
And our plan is to win the lottery.
That is part of it as well. Listen, this is a slow uphill climb, and as difficult as it may be, we have to try, and we know that. I'm tired of playing it safe. I can't imagine being on my deathbed filled with regret because I didn't try. Would you be willing to trade all of your days from this point to then for one chance, just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom?
Got it. That's Braveheart. That's a line from Braveheart. I think somebody watched too many movies.
Good artists copy, great artists steal. That's all I'm going to say.
And that is actually the specific name of a book as well. You stole that too. All I'm saying.
All right.
All I'm saying.
I don't know why you're so critical. I don't know why you have to be this way. I'm beginning to rethink why Brad Staggs is a part of this thing. Just saying, I didn't know it was going to be this way. Can we just move on? Can we just move on then? I think I made my statement.
Yes.
And we'll just
absolutely.
We'll just get this thing going.
Sure.
All right. All right.
Absolutely. Let's move on.
It is Monday, the 8th of October, in the year of our Lord, 2018.
The mothership has landed.
Live from the broken down, no budget, but currently looking for a sponsor, sleazy, cheesy, double greasy, Mojo 50 Freedom Dojo. This is the first ever Morning Mojo, starring me, Doc Thompson, Bradley J. Staggs, plus our growing band of mutants. So, welcome, wackos, weirdos, rebels, renegades, trolls, moles, lost souls, knuckleheads, numbskulls, nitwits, halfwits, naughty bits, dimwits, and most certainly, jackholes. We're politically incorrect infotainment. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultry, and Mona Lisa was a man. That's right. Welcome to the jungle, baby. What's that on the ground? Oh, it's a gauntlet. That's right.
That was pretty awesome.
See what I'm saying?
That's also Scott Shannon. You stole that from him too when he
Damn
did
it,
Pirate
man.
Radio
Damn it, dude. Damn it.
1989.
Come on. Do you think I have anything original? I got nothing. I got nothing.
Starting to wonder.
That was really, nobody knew that. Nobody remembers Scott Shannon doing that.
Everybody remembers that.
Okay, only Stunt Brain, but I'm not going to have him on this morning. Okay.
All right.
All right, I guess you might as well just get rid of that then. And we'll
Okay,
just
fine.
get to the topics in the news today.
All right.
For those of you new to the broadcast, or for those of you that have been used to the other broadcasts or whatever, each and every morning we will still provide our communiques via the hashtag What I Learned Today on the Twitter. But we've also decided to do more and more on Facebook. A lot of you like to post communiques on Facebook, so do so. It's at Doc Thompson Show on Twitter, and at Real Brad Staggs, and at Mojo 50 Radio. Hashtag What I Learned Today. And on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Doc Thompson Show, Real Brad Staggs, and Mojo 50 Radio. You can share those as well. We'll share them throughout the program. And then, of course, at the end of the broadcast, we'll also close with them as well.
Yep.
Anything else that I missed? Oh,
no.
The bells are in the house. We got the bells.
Yes. We've got the high quality.
Yeah, the official Matt Bevin, conservative Republican for U.S. Senate. And he lost. But this is his... Hope that's not an omen for us at the bells. He is, of course, governor, though. So he didn't win this.
There you go, yeah.
But he made it to governor, and Brad Staggs has... And we got these officially when we were on tour many years ago when we met Matt Bevin. But his company makes these. So we have the Bevin bells in the house, so those will be represented. What else?
Quality bells, too.
Friday leftovers, each and every Friday. It'll be, of course, at 7:30 Eastern Time. We'll be on 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Did I miss anything else? Any regulars? Chef Patrick will join us on Wednesdays.
So really the only change is where you tune in to listen.
Yes, that's right.
it.
That's right. And, of course, it's all what we want to do. It's all based on us and what we're going to end up doing.
Selfish things.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Build our little platform.
By the way, anybody who has any comments, they are more likely to be not only read but possibly implemented if you include $50 or $100 with them when you send them to the.
It's not necessary, but boy, it is sure nice.
Help. Yeah.
I mean what without a job in that? You know what I mean?
Be honest.
I'm a little anxious because I haven't figured out how to get food yet, but that's important as well.
Just steal it.
I'm glad you didn't pick up on that one.
Yeah.
More coming up next on your Morning Mojo.
free exchange of ideas. Mojo 50.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give Diathrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's Diathrive.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth, and that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth, on the rocks, no chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on Mojo 50. We get into foreign policy, we get into national politics, we get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on Mojo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on Mojo 50. Live free.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on Mojo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
You know, I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
Welcome to the Morning Mojo. It's Doc Thompson sitting in for Doc Thompson this morning. I appreciate you joining me. If you want to join the broadcast via the Twitter, it's hashtag what I learned today. And before we get to everything else that's going on, it's already been about us. Why not continue to make it about us?
Yeah.
Some tweets coming in about DOS changes. Sluggy saying, we got an official welcome.
Yeah.
Which category did he fit in? Was he a wacko, a weirdo?
I think so.
Freak?
I think.
Or the blanket jackhole?
I think, and we probably should have included in there sick, twisted jackhole.
That's true, too.
Jackhole Nation.
Spunkin Bronuts saying, are you seriously saying at Real Brad Staggs initials or BJS? Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
What's What's weird about that?
Bradley J. Staggs.
What's
Here's the thing. I'm a little bit jealous of the middle initial J.
Why is that?
Because that's a thing in cartoons. People who create cartoons, it's an unstated, they all get a J,
Isn't it
middle initial.
Is it Wiley J. Coyote?
I don't know if Coyote is. So you got Michigan J. Frog.
Right.
And then Wild E. Coyote, actually. It's Elmer J. Fudd. Elmer J. Fudd, millionaire. I own a mansion and a yacht.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of them. And Rocket J. Squirrel.
Yep.
Bullwinkle J. Moose.
Yep,
Okay.
that's true.
All the way up to the point that when The Simpsons started, it's Bartholomew J. Simpson, Homer J. Simpson. So it's kind of a thing.
Wow.
So
See?
Bradley J. Staggs.
I feel proud.
And what does the J stand for? Justice.
That's right.
All right. Gail's so spoony saying it's feeling freedom this morning. Or at Doc Thompson show is feeling it's free. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And they're coming in left and right. Polish American Patriot. I love watching you guys live on the YouTube app. Come on, who doesn't? I can literally watch you as I tweet at you. No need to flip between apps anymore.
So, the nice thing about seeing us on the Facebook and the Periscope / Twitter is that during the commercial breaks, you can still watch us.
Mm-hmm.
There's no sound in that because we'll also up on America's Voice Network, which is the whole TV thing we'll explain in a moment. Mm-hmm. But we have to be careful because during the breaks, if we make comments that we don't want for broadcast, we have to do
It's the NFL coach
in front of the mouth. We have to put our hands up. Mm-hmm. But if you watch close and you're a decent lip reader, you could see us slip a few by there.
And we're generally talking about you when we do it. So
or other people.
Just so you know.
Let's see here. Moving to Mojo 50 sleeve something or whatever. That's the... Well, they've got the little white power symbol with the O's that's really confusing. He said, you better bring back this guy. # bring back our Skip, and has a picture of Skip Lacombe. I was going to call him yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
And wanted to include him as somebody that possibly we could do something with down the road.
Right.
But I didn't want to without asking him because I didn't want a bunch of people to tweet at him and him be like, what the hell? I didn't say you could do this, and I didn't want to be bothered by it. And then I realized it's already out there anyway. Yeah. So I talked to Skip a month or so ago and said, hey, what do you want to do? And he's gone through a bunch of changes in his life. Not the transitional man to a woman changes that I know of.
I was going to get excited there for a second.
I don't know. I'm not saying he didn't. I just don't know. Anyway, I asked him if he'd be interested in at least doing something on Spoonie because Skip likes to cook or whatever, and that could work. So down the road, there is a good possibility that something would happen.
When he's not designing rockets.
Right, because he's gotten other jobs and he's doing some other things as well. But I don't know what all that means, but that is something with us is a likelihood. How much, how regular, I don't know. But we also have to get some money so we can pay people.
That's the beauty of the future. It is wide open. The possibilities are endless. We could go to the moon if we just had some money.
Just some money. That's the way it works. The only thing holding us back, money and talent. That's the only thing. But we have a place. We have a home now. So one of the things I'd say, too, about the future and what we've been planning for many, many years, dating back to broadcast outlets in Richmond, Virginia, and Cincinnati, Ohio, and Dothan, Alabama, and Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Lincoln, Nebraska, and Cleveland, Ohio, and Akron, Ohio, and Detroit, and Logan, West. I mean, all of the places I've worked.
A woman in every port.
Yeah, all of those places. I've wanted to do a lot of different things. Some of the things I talked about on the air, and we promoted, and we're really close, and they just didn't pan out for one reason or another. All of those different broadcast outlets, because I've always been an idea guy, all about the ideas.
Yes.
How about this? Ready? We feed the mayonnaise to the tuna fish. See?
Aha!
That's right. See, ideas like that.
Then you just throw the whole fish in the blender.
Right there, and you're good to go. See?
That is genius.
I'm an ideas guy. That's what I'm about.
Genius.
But the good news now, I'm responsible. Me, Brad, Ron Phillips, the cartel, and the other people involved in this little endeavor. It's us. So if we say, hey, we're working on something, we're working on something. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. If we say it's likely or may happen, it's likely or may. I think you've at least recognized over the years we're somebody that put it all out there. Cat out of the bag, often too much. But what we know, we will share with you. If we can't, we can't. We'll tell you if something, again, is likely, impossible, not going to happen, going to happen. And I will say this, coming up Black Friday, barring a meteor hitting us or something of that nature, we will be on the air for a marathon broadcast 6 a to 6 p.m., 12 hours of helping you promote your business. I've done this for years past for a couple hours a day, and I said, you know what, let's do a marathon on my own platform this year. So it'll be kind of expanding our Building America and just offering you free commercials. So if you got a little business, a big business, you know, a friend that has a business, all you have to do is call us up on Black Friday, and we are helping to promote them. Now, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area or plan to be, you can promote your business live. We'll have a mini open house for the Mojo 50 studios and the Spoonie studios, and you just come up and hang out and do that.
You forgot to tell them that they will actually need something to identify them at
That's
the
right.
door.
Yeah, the high security here. I mean,
have to buy the shirt.
Brad is a major radio talent, and we need to make sure that you've been vetted by security, and you get vetted by going to the website mojo50.com and buying a shirt.
Yes,
because we know no bad person would buy a shirt and then come up, with nefarious. Purposes or ideas or intent.
Exactly.
So we see the Mojo 50 shirt. We're like, bow, there it is.
We hired a security consultant to
He's like,
give
whoa,
us
whoa,
this
whoa, whoa.
plan.
Okay, you got a Mojo 50 ball cap. All right, keep it coming. Keep it. Hold it right there, buddy. Okay, you got a shirt underneath there, T-shirt. Okay, good deal. Good deal. That's your pass.
Yep.
So you get tickets, and by that I mean T-shirts and ball caps at mojo50.com. That's really important to remember here. Let's see. Hazel BR-549 tweeting, what? No welcome for Alyssa Milano? Here's the thing. It's really early.
Yeah,
she went to bed about 45 minutes ago, so she just missed it. So
she's sleeping it off. She'll be with us later.
I wasn't going to say that, but you know what? She is scheduled to appear later on in this broadcast.
Yep.
More
scheduled to be here.
Scheduled to be here. More of your Morning Mojo coming up next on Mojo 50.
A free exchange of ideas. Mojo 50. Doc Thompson, Mojo 50.
Imagine this, Brad. You're an advisor to a president. You're one of the people that are deciding what to do when all of a sudden you have definitive proof that there is an inbound nuclear missile headed for, let's say, Los Angeles, or a couple of them, one heading to Chicago, whatever it is. And there you are. You're sitting there in the room and they say, Mr. President, we have proof that within 30 minutes, nuclear missiles will rain down upon these couple of cities. What do we do about those people in the cities? 30 minutes, Mr. President.
You warn them, pandemonium breaks
and nobody gets out.
Right. You know what this does, though? You get the 30-minute warning. You walk down the hall. Hey, Mary, I've thought you were hot for about 10 years now, and I've watched you from afar. We got 30 minutes.
I'd like to watch you from a close now.
I'd like to watch you naked on the desk.
I'm going to go all Kavanaugh on you.
So that's what, that is what the 30-minute warning does for you.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called Riduzone, RIDUzone.com, RIDUzone.com. Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to riduzone.com and try today. You're going to love it. Riduzone.com. Remember that, RIDUzone.com.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
Now, a CNN report noted that Feinstein has demanded the FBI inform her of everyone the agency is talking to as part of the probe into these allegations. Asked how the American public will have any confidence in the ultimate conclusions reached by the Senate following such a secret report from the FBI, Feinstein replied, well, let's see. I can't say because I don't know what the investigation will say. Yeah, you do. You know exactly what the investigation is going to say, Diane, and that's why you want to keep it confidential. The same CNN article reported that the California senator was joined in her calls for the results of the FBI probe to remain secret by Democrat Senator Chris Coons. How do we know Chris Coons? He's the one that made the infamous deal with Jeff Flake. Interesting how that works, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Coons and Flake went on to where? 60 Minutes. Oh, kumbaya, kumbaya, yeah. Little campfire singing, right? Because everybody's in lockstep when you're liberals.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
All right, for those of you new to the broadcast and you've asked about things like podcasts and other platforms, yeah, those are all coming. We got all kinds of stuff. You can find us various places already. Facebook and Twitter, we'll keep that up. America's Voice Network is a new television platform, so the first couple of hours of our broadcast every day will be aired on America's Voice Network. Right now, they still air it from noon to 2 Eastern time. Noon to 2 Eastern time. The Conservative Cartel, also part of Mojo 50, is up for a couple of hours. Go to americasvoicenews.com if you want to find out more information on America's Voice Network. And long-term, they will likely be available to you on your cable system, DirecTV, maybe Dish. In fact, if you want to call Direct and Dish and say, hey, I need AVN, boom, put it up there. That will likely happen in the next month or so. Also, you can find our podcasts up. Just search for Morning Mojo or Daily Mojo. I think it's still. Does it still say Daily Mojo?
Daily Mojo.
Daily Mojo, because we're now transitioning to mornings. We're transitioning.
Transitioning.
In fact, we are now transitioned to mornings. We've already gone through the procedure. It wasn't nearly as invasive.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah. It's not nearly as invasive as I thought it would be, Ron Phillips. Ron Phillips is spinning the dials radio style
Good
for
morning,
us today.
guys. Well, it's funny because somebody said TMM, and I was like,
the Morning Mojo.
I realized that after a second. I was like, what's
Yeah, I actually have it in my files that way.
See?
But hopefully it will be on iHeartRadio, the live stream, the entire platform, Mojo 50, a 24-hour live stream with a bunch of different shows. Will be up there very soon as well, and we continue to grow. Every day, a little bit more, a little bit more. We could grow faster if we had more money, but that's why we're working to get more money. So be it. All right, let's get to some of the happenings and going ons in the news. Obviously, the biggest news over the weekend is the Senate confirming Brett Kavanaugh as the next Supreme Court justice. He has actually been sworn in even. So we're good to go.
Well, they didn't waste any time. Do they do that every time when someone is confirmed? Do they write?
It usually goes pretty quick. Yeah,
they run over to
plus. Yeah, plus we've already started the next Supreme Court session too. Started a couple days ago, so they want to get him up there as possible, as fast as possible.
It seemed really fast.
Now, the important thing for you is to know, if you're not familiar with Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel, Matt and I had a couple of bets, and the first bet, Matt was convinced that Dr. Ford would not show up for her testimony, to not provide testimony. And I knew that was going to happen. So we made a little bet that he would wear one of those kitty cat hats on camera for what, like 6 months?
Yep, 6 months.
6 months on his show. And then I said I offered him a double or nothing whether or not Kavanaugh would be confirmed. And he said, nope. Not getting confirmed, and I said yes, he will. So now he's got to go. I think a full year or something, if I remember the numbers.
It's
three,
twice 6 months is 3 years.
It's 3 years.
Yeah,
we might as well just round it to a decade.
Yeah, I think that's a good
and
idea.
say he'll wear that kitty cat hat. So I don't know if that's coming today or tomorrow or a week from now, but it's coming. We're going to hold him to that. So that'll be really fun.
Which, by the way, if you happen to have one, send it to us here. Because that we can give that to. We're having trouble finding one.
Address, don't buy one by any means. But if you already have one or something like that,
if you make one, if you want to sit down and crochet
fine
one
as well.
Today. Yeah.
And you can get the address. All you have to do is go to mojo50.com, and somewhere on there you'll see it's 6125 Airport Freeway Road. But you can get the address if you want that. Yeah. So Matlock, that'll be kind of fun. Now, I almost was willing to let him off the hook because I started the last week when they delayed it. I was like, uh-oh. Because we made that bet before the delay. And I was like, oh, I don't think they're going to confirm this cat. I think this is going to be out for us or whatever.
It is surprising.
But as it turns out, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Good deal.
Deborah Norville survived this one. That's kind of strange.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because they almost Deborah Norvilled her. They tried to bork him.
Yep. And then they almost Deborah
Doesn't
Norville
it always feel uncomfortable to say borking?
It does. I wonder how Bork feels about that his name became a noun or a verb, rather.
A verb, yeah, to bork somebody. Wow.
But now it's going to be Kavanaugh.
Right, and if anybody in your office, if you use that or around a town, you're like, hey, listen, they almost borked him, and they're like, what is borking? And you say
$20.
But same as downtown. That's clearly the answer to the question. Cory Booker. What did Cory Booker do immediately following his vote against Brett Kavanaugh? Cory Booker made his vote against Brett Kavanaugh and immediately got on an airplane. What did he do?
Went to Disney World.
Hello, Democrats!
Speechified.
Hello, Democrats!
Where did he speechify? Iowa.
Please, if you're controlling the lights, can you bring up the lights? I got to see some folk today.
Some folk?
I've been staring at a bunch of fellow senators, and this is much more beautiful.
Well,
wow.
Well, I know why they're so excited. Yeah. Because something's going to happen. He's going to say, I mean, not like, woo, he's the smartest guy. Woo!
Yeah, no.
Wow, this guy's consistent values. Woo, because he's not. It's more like, woo, crap's going down. Anything could happen at any moment when Cory Booker's on stage.
So good to see you all. I just want to give a lot of love to Troy. I know his husband's here. He is doing an incredible job as a leader of this party, a leader in this state.
In Iowa.
I just want to give him a tremendous amount of love and thanks.
All righty then.
You know his husband's going, give him love. You shut the hell up. What's that mean?
So look, I was supposed to be here on Thursday in Iowa. And there's an old saying, the best way to make God laugh is to make plans for yourself.
So, Cory Booker, within a minute, invoking God's name. So, wow. Cory Booker, wow, that's... So, why is he in Iowa? He's in Iowa because he's running for president.
He could be our next president.
No, he couldn't.
Sure he could.
No. No, he really couldn't. You ready to put your pussy hat on the table there, buddy? Because
I said he could be.
No, he couldn't
be.
No, he cannot be. It's impossible. It really is.
How is it impossible?
It will not happen. If it happens, okay. If it happens, that is, I don't know if it's the 6th or 7th seal being broken. I don't know.
Remember when Donald Trump, before he was the candidate, everybody thought that was Donald Trump our president.
Breaking news, November 2020, here at Fox News, we are now prepared to call the race for Cory Booker, Senator, will be your next, and the 7th seal was broken. That's why.
4 horsemen were seen coming across the line.
That's right. Oh, there's pestilence. There it is. Famine. Here it comes. Yeah, listen, the trumpets go, 7th seal is broken. I'm pretty sure that if he actually wins election, the world will end between that election and the inauguration. I'm pretty sure that's where we get sucked down into the 7th level of hell. Pretty sure it's right there.
Just saying it's out there.
Now, Kanye has a better chance of getting elected.
At this point, anything is fair game.
Cory Booker has all of the stupidity of Kanye, but none of the pizzazz. None of the younger following.
None of the style.
He has all of the ignorance, but none of the style.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right there. So, Mazie Hirono speechified, because this is all fallout from the Brett Kavanaugh nomination or confirmation. Mazie Hirono, the great senator,
let's just call her senator.
Senator from Hawaii, was on over the weekend. I think she was on this week, and the program.
Right.
And had a comment on Kavanaugh's confirmation and what this means moving forward. You ready? Here we go.
As a legitimate justice.
He's going to be on the Supreme Court with a huge taint and
so there's that. I didn't realize that was even a problem.
How did...
I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that like an affliction or a disease?
Does she not have a staff of people who say...
Doctor, I'm here. It's really uncomfortable why I'm in today.
What seems to be the problem?
Some of these things are really embarrassed if you come in.
No. It's just the safe space here. You just tell me what seems to be the problem.
I don't know what the proper... I'm just going to throw it out there.
All right, please
and
do.
I'm going to avert my eyes. I don't.
All right.
I think I have an abnormally large taint.
Wow. Let me be the judge of that. I'm an expert.
I mean, just a large taint.
A legitimate justice.
He's going to be on the Supreme Court with a huge taint and...
She's the gift that keeps on giving.
Sotomayor and Kagan are like, look at that guy sitting in here, and you see that large taint.
We're going to have to
You see that.
a special chair for him.
Bring in the large chair for Justice Kavanaugh. Our typical chairs won't hold that enormous taint of his. That's,
added taint support.
Right, exactly. It's a problem. It's a real thing.
Wow.
Hi. I'm Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. For years, I've suffered from large taint. It's made walking difficult at times, sitting almost impossible, and sitting on a bench for hours at a time
The chafing
is horrible. The Large Taint Society of America wants you to know that that's nothing to be embarrassed about. There is help available. There's therapy. There is medication to alleviate some of the symptoms, but ultimately you will always have large taint.
Does he have to buy special pants?
He does, and it's nothing to laugh at, Brad Staggs. It's serious. It can be
is
painful.
very serious, and
I mean, there are probably tens of people who suffer from large taint in America.
At least
tens of them, and they suffer in silence, Brad. They suffer in silence.
He's going to be on the Supreme Court with a huge taint and...
We need to bring this problem into the sunlight.
Right, we really do. I mean, this into the sunlight. Nicely done. That's it. Yeah, I think you're right. That's, don't suffer in silence. If there's anything we've learned from this Me Too movement is, that there are people who suffer in silence with things.
Get your story out there. Be a part. We can help you.
Shocking, though. Shocking that she would out him. Isn't that his choice to come forward?
I would think so, but...
He can't help it, Brad. He didn't choose to have a huge taint.
Yeah, but she knows that he can't say anything because she's already told all men to shut up.
Is that what it is?
Yes, so she has to speak for all men now that she's told them to shut up.
Wow, so you're saying she's concerned about his huge taint?
I think she's, yes.
Because I thought she was criticizing his huge taint.
No. I think that she's probably concerned in a matronly way.
Let me just make sure.
Okay.
I want you to listen to this. Is she concerned or is she criticizing him? Listen.
A legitimate justice.
He's going to be on the Supreme Court with a huge taint and...
I think she's concerned. That sounds like concern in her voice. He's going to be on that court with a huge taint.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't hysterical when she said it. She didn't say, he has a huge taint. She just said he's going to...
She just threw it out there matter of fact.
He's out there with a huge taint.
All the young kids out there that are like, thank God somebody brought this. I've been so embarrassed to go to school. It's for the kids. That's really why she's bringing it forward. She's out there. #MeToo. #large taint.
We don't care what you stick where, but we're not paying for it. Comprende? Mojo 50.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on Mojo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours, so we will have...
Somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day, talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
It's a funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
Hey, are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of online dating. I met my beautiful wife online on a dating platform, and you can too. Check out wethepeople.dating. There's a better way for all of you single guys and you ladies out there. You know what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner ought to be your number one goal, just like the Constitution. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, if you're looking for someone, you don't have any time, you've got a computer, you've got an internet, you can start browsing wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner shouldn't be a mantra. It should be a goal. For the love of people and people of love. Listen to Matlock. Check out wethepeople.dating.
The Adrian Slate Show. Again, and I've said this in the past, a business does not exist to give you a minimum wage job. You are hired as an employee because in your self-interested quest to earn money, you will then be motivated to help the vision of the business creators and owners who seek their goal, who hired you to help facilitate it. The big business isn't built to provide charity in the form of hiring. They're not there just to give everybody a job. And it isn't a relationship of top-down exploitation of the little guy they've hired. That's what a lot of people think of. Oh, the big business, big corporation, they're running me dry. That's the Sanders look, the Bernie Sanders people. They love to look at business like, oh, I'm a slave to this business. But you know what? Your self-interest to make money is what puts you in a symbiotic relationship with the business that hires you. Both self-interests from both parties are involved in this situation.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Sorry to get those tweets in with the hashtag What I Learned Today. It's at Real Brad Staggs and at Doc Thompson Show. And, of course, at Mojo 50 Radio.
Zach Bonesteel, that's low-hanging fruit. Tainted love. Really? Come on.
Yes, to Rock and Randy Northrup, I just want to say 101, baby. 101 gold.
Eric over on Facebook says, I cannot wait for Matlock to wear that hat. And he is going to be wearing it.
And please, by all means, do not screen grab it, take shots of it, offer other up means. Do not make him a meme. That would be the wrong thing to do. He's going to have to pay off a bet, and I respect him for that. He doesn't need the extra trouble from you, the audience.
Joseph O'Days, I'm Brett Kavanaugh, and I approve this taint.
It's troubling. It's troubling.
It really is.
I mean, I wish we had known that. Cory Booker and others may have gone a little easier on him.
Well, and quite frankly, it may have been an issue. I mean, if we had known about the taint, would he have been confirmed?
I don't know.
I think that's a stumbling block.
I gotta believe though that if he had just led with his huge taint early on and told people that he suffers with this, people like Patrick Leahy and Dick Blumenthal would have been less hard on him. They wouldn't have gone so hard on him. So, by the way, Richard Blumenthal, why is he so shiny? Again, over the weekend, I'm like, look at this. Just do this. Just hand across the forehead, and it's less. Dab the brow there, buddy.
You know who he needs is what was the Speaker of the House?
Tip O'Neill.
No. Oh gosh, makeup. He wore makeup. He wore blush. Smoker.
Gingrich.
From
so
Cincinnati.
I forget. Yes.
I'm just drawing.
What's his name? You know, Ron.
I know.
Come
I'm
on.
drawing a complete.
No, I don't.
Who
Yes,
just
you
left
do.
right before Paul Ryan? Right before Paul Ryan.
Boehner.
Boehner. John Boehner.
He
Holy
needs
moly.
to bought. Wow. Out of sight, out of mind. They're gone. He needs Boehner's makeup person.
Okay.
Boehner ain't using them. Might as well get him.
Just
or
a
her.
little dab of the brow there,
right?
buddy.
Just a Kleenex.
All right, since we're already offering up the stupid this morning, how about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Because she was on MSNBC. She's, of course, the gift that keeps giving.
Oh, yes.
Chris Hayes asked her about what she would do about her being inaugurated in Congress and, what she's going to do, what she puts forth, okay? And here's the comments. It's only about a minute.
Along with these people in Washington? I mean, I think you're going to win. That's a prediction I'm making. I don't know. I mean, you never just till the bell rings. But you're in a very heavily Democratic district. You're going there. I mean, you're going there. There's a time where people talk about how it's broken and it's so polarized. Both of which I think are true. And
So
you're also
she'll be the one to deal with the polarization. Okay.
really as an outsider at a moment where I think people are watching what happened today and want to storm the gates, and you're going to actually do that. So what's your plan?
Here it is.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with changing our strategy around governance. There's a lot of inside baseball and inside the beltway, as you always hear that term thrown around.
So she's going to change
There are very few
governance.
Organizers in Congress, and I do think that organizers operate differently. It's a different kind of strategy, and what it is really about organizing and really thinking about that word, organizing, segmenting people.
So she's going to be organized, if I understand this. Let's break it down.
Zing.
Or, okay, or you can do one or the other.
Yep.
Gan, that's nothing. Throw that out.
Yeah,
and then eyes.
Eye.
And she has
the crazy eyes.
Right. So it's or
Again.
crazy eyes. I think it's what it is.
Being strategic in their actions, in really bringing together a cohesive strategy of putting pressure on the chamber instead of only focusing on the pressures inside the chamber.
That's a really interesting thought.
Focusing on the pressures on the chamber.
She said nothing, and Chris Hayes was like, interesting, scholarly, very wise, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Very smart on your part. Brilliant, I say, brilliant.
I think he's crushing on her.
Oh, of course,
Because he was stumbling all over.
He was like, oh my gosh, she's right here. She's right here.
Oh, well, she's got the crazy eyes in person.
Well, and it's exciting to date the crazy eyes people.
Don't marry them.
You do not marry them, and don't give them your address. We know this, but I mean, for a night out, I mean, that is a roller coaster of fun. That is at any moment we could be having sex, or I could get stabbed in the eyeball with a fork. Seriously, that's when you date the craziest people. And sometimes they're one and the same. I mean, at any moment, no matter where you are, what you're doing, who's around, none of that matters. You could be stabbed in the eye with a fork, or you could be having sex, or both at the same time. That's who she is.
Large taint slug said, why, wow, so fast. This audience is so fast. Why are you storming the gates when you're an elected official?
Yeah, what gate are you still? You're behind the gate.
You've become part of the machine there.
And how is that a plan? She's going to organize. See, Brad, what we've had in the past.
Yeah.
We've had these people there, right? They sit in their ivory tower. They control things, right?
Yep.
So what she's going to do differently is get in there and organize them so then she controls them.
She puts the eyes and organize.
So there's nothing different. All she's doing is dividing the same people up into new problems.
Pretty much.
It's rearranging the deck furniture on the Titanic.
Yeah. Once she gets inaugurated.
Right.
That's
like
one step at a time.
What we need to do here is priority one, unplug that clogged toilet on the Hindenburg. That's what we do. Just get rid of that. I mean, that's the problem here, right?
You know what? If they'd done that, the outcome may have been much different.
Yeah, so for you starry-eyed dreamers out there saying Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is going to change things and it's going to be better for the little peoples, no. She is already the insider. She would not have gotten this far unless she was the insider, and she's already talking DC speak. So Enjoy. Okay, that's a quick little musical interlude, but we don't actually go away there. It's just a little break there. That little musical interlude is for America's Voice Network, the TV partner we have, to go away for a little while because they actually have commercials. So they put those things in there. But we stay on here, so we just take a little break there.
Dr. T just tweeted, I nominate Ocasio-Cortez for the Gabby Johnson Award for displaying authentic frontier gibberish. That is...
Gabby Johnson! Wait.
I must stand behind Gabby Johnson.
What? No, I said he's...
The sheriff is near.
Are you crazy? The sheriff is near.
Wow. Let's see, Kieran, externalized misogynist, says, what if the Devil's Triangle has something to do with ships and airplanes disappearing in Brent Kavanaugh's vast taint?
That's right. It could be. By the way, I don't know for sure. This is speculation on my part. But I think you get huge taint from too much Devil's Triangle. I think years of playing Devil's Triangle leads you with a...
Wait a minute, the drinking game?
Yes, I think so. The drinking game.
Wow.
It's like shingles. You know, it may be dormant in you, and then boom, one day, oh my gosh, oof. I have huge taint.
Hi.
Honey, come look at this.
Libertarian.
Does this look larger than it was a couple of weeks ago?
Libertarian says, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez equals human magnetic poetry.
She is going to be good for us, folks. She is going to be good. I don't mean just this broadcast. She is good for America. As long as we keep the other 534 normal and conservative, we're good to go. We can use one or two crazy people.
There's nothing normal about any of them, first of all.
I mean, if we listen, I can give you one crazy person that is like the court jester in there, right?
Yeah.
You keep a couple of them.
Has to be some entertainment.
It's the before picture, or it's the place you don't want to go. Like, listen, if we don't get our crap together, right there, that's what will be Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
By the way, if you haven't seen the old crazy and new crazy meme on the MoJo Facebook page, you really must see it. It's been shared about 1,000 times.
That's good stuff there. That's
really,
good stuff.
Really, really good. See here, Dr. Rocky McRocket Face. So Alexandria Cortez plan is to go to the Container Store so she can organize better.
That's right. That's right. All she needs is a lot of plastic bins.
If she
lot of them.
You know what? That whole statement would have made sense if she had said that.
Right, exactly. I mean, I think that's understood, isn't it? I mean, she's not going to actually be able to organize anything else. I mean, you'll go in, she will not get anything done. She will be a complete failure. But her office, immaculate. All of the pens lined up, perfect containers.
A place for everything and everything in its place.
I think that's her resume.
That's not.
She hasn't been around long enough to do anything else. She's like, I worked for a summer at the Container Store. Yes, I, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Every Mojo 50 show is available on demand at mojo50.com. More of Doc Thompson next. Mojo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Multiple investigations underway into a horrific limo crash near Albany, New York over the weekend. Left 20 people dead, 18 people in the limo, and 2 bystanders killed in the crash in Schoharie, New York, about 25 miles outside the state capital.
State police say a 2001 Ford Excursion limousine carrying 18 adults blew through a stop sign at the end of a highway in the town of Schoharie, plowing into an empty SUV in a parking lot and killing 2 pedestrians besides the 18 people in the limo. The NTSB's Robert Sumwalt says they're investigating.
20 fatalities is just horrific. I've been on the board for 12 years, and this is one of the biggest loss of lives that we've seen in a long, long time.
The 18 people in the limousine were on their way to a birthday party around 2 in the afternoon on Saturday, according to Valerie Abeling, an aunt of one of the victims, who says her niece had just gotten married in June. I'm Julie Walker.
Tonight at the White House, President Trump to host a ceremonial swearing-in for Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh was officially sworn in by Chief Justice Roberts in a private ceremony on Saturday, but he'll be in the White House East Room tonight for the public swearing-in. President Trump says Kavanaugh will be a great justice as Kavanaugh prepares to take his seat on the bench tomorrow morning.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. Florida Governor Rick Scott issuing an emergency declaration for 26 counties. Tropical storm Michael continues building strength. Forecasters fear it could become a dangerous Category 2 hurricane, possibly making a midweek strike on the Florida Panhandle. People along the northeastern and central Gulf Coast being advised to keep a close eye on the storm's progress. Dow futures down 119 points. NASDAQ futures off 25. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth. On the rocks. No chaser. No marches. No protest. Only small, limited government, constitutional conversations. Exclusively on Mojo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on Mojo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on Mojo 50. Live free.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you know you're going to think the same way, as for from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
All right, lots of good stuff coming. Get a couple of quick communiques here. What was the one you just shared with me during the break?
Which the over on Facebook, Carlene Hayes says you guys need a bigger desk. Which,
yeah, we do. Ron, what do you think about getting a new desk in here?
We can do that.
Yeah, I think that would be really good. In fact, hadn't we already talked about that?
We have.
Quite frankly, the size of a man's desk should not be something that we discuss on national.
I understand that, but
radio
I'm just saying, forget the size for a moment, but that's to your point.
Apparently size means something to Carlene here. You need a bigger desk.
I don't know. This desk just does not fit in this studio now because of the color.
Well, this is kind of old style, too. So we've got, supposedly, we had all agreed that there would be a new desk, and that was a long time ago, and who was going to get us that desk? I'm trying to remember.
I know. I don't know who.
Somebody was supposed to bring in a mock-up of it or something this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that was Brad Staggs. That's right. By the way, I will give Brad Staggs some credit because Brad has designed the rest of this Mojo 50 Freedom Dojo. And if you look around,
it is brilliant.
Lots of good stuff around. And this is still only about 60% done.
Stop it some more.
About 60.
This is about, I don't know if it's 60. I'm thinking
52.
Maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 75.
I'm thinking 50. There's some other things I
It's
want.
like moving into a house. You're never completely done. There's always something else to do.
Gosh, you are filled with estrogen today. I like this edition in the back, though. You see that? You got the "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
Yep. And it looks good right there. And Matt, look at the monitor. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you can see we have a huge.
Yeah, normally there's something on it. It monitors something.
But and imagine what we could do if we had the money to actually put something on.
If we could actually turn it on.
If we could afford the electricity, that's where you come in. Go to Mojo 50.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
Remember this, future? Remember this?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I do. I do remember that. Cory Booker says Kavanaugh impeachment shouldn't be off the table.
What a shock.
Let's see. That was Saturday. This is Monday. Yep, 2 days. And they're already talking the impeach word. New Jersey Senator Cory Booker said on Sunday the possibility of impeaching Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh shouldn't be off the table if Democrats take one of the houses of Congress in next month's midterm elections.
See, here's the thing. You can't impeach if you take one of either. You must take the Senate. They actually have to take both of them, because the Senate will vote for the articles of impeachment, and then the trial, the process of the impeachment, is in the House. So they would have to have both of them to even continue the impeachment. And even if that happens, remember, impeachment is the process, it's not the punishment. So it doesn't mean he would be removed from office. Cory, as dumb as he is, and Cory Booker is not smart. He really, folks, I'm not joking. Cory Booker is not bright.
He's cute.
Be that as it may, he is not intelligent. Cory Booker knows this still. This is all what the entire Kavanaugh spectacle was about. It is about campaigning. It is about Democrats getting elected, and he's saying those things for that. There have been multiple Democrats that have already used this to fundraise. Kamala Harris did over the weekend. Cory Booker, again, was campaigning in Iowa, and it was all about Brett Kavanaugh.
And what would they impeach him on? Well, Cory Booker says perjury. He committed perjury at his hearing.
How would you prove it?
Was there anyone there to see him do these things?
Well, if the perjury is even just about the drinking, prove it.
There was no one there to see, therefore his story is corroborated.
Well, and also remember, what were some of the things that they would question him on? Did you ever drink to blackout? He said no.
Right.
And others said, oh, he drank, he misrepresented it. Okay, well, number one, it's just word against word.
Right.
That is not enough for a conviction.
He said, she said.
Right. Or even if they said, yes, Brett Kavanaugh admitted that he drank to blackout or something. What is blackout? What does that mean?
I was going to say, by definition, you would not remember your own self drinking to blackout. You would have to have other people tell you, oh, dude, you blacked out.
Right. And blackout does not mean pass out.
No.
Pass out is you're down for the count, right?
That's a whole lot different.
Right. Pass out is Bill Cosby with the putting something in your drink with the pudding and the pills, and the blackout is you can still be functioning, but you don't have any memory. You're not in control.
Do you realize, because of all the Kavanaugh stuff, the Bill Cosby story, which would have been, we'd still be talking about it, became a 10-minute, by the way, Bill Cosby's in prison.
Do you realize?
Now back to the hearing.
That is a far bigger story. There was nothing to Brett Kavanaugh and Bill Cosby. This was America's dad, a major star, iconic star in America, gets convicted of drugging women and raping them.
Yep. And he's gone. And we heard about it for about 10 minutes, and it's the craziest thing. Rape charges in Las Vegas against 4 California dentists have been dismissed after video contradicts a woman's story. Wait a minute. She lied? Hashtag women never lie.
Thank you.
Yeah, 4 dentists from California, including 3 brothers who faced rape and alleged assault of a woman at the Wynn Las Vegas, had all of the charges dismissed last week. The charges were Ali Bagdumazum and brothers Poraya, Saman, and Sina Al-Halat. The charges included sex assault, conspiracy to commit sex assault, and first-degree kidnapping for the late July incident, which didn't happen.
What did she claim? Do we know?
She said that...
was there a drugging, too, or was it just a rape or sexual assault?
Get this. The unnamed woman...
It's okay. It's all right. We'll find out who it is in about a week from Dianne Feinstein's office.
The unnamed woman alleged that the four men raped her repeatedly in a room at the Wynn early July 28th after she met one of the men at the Wynn bar. But here's the thing. Their names are out there flying high.
Oh, my gosh, you're right.
Her name, and she lied, and they're not naming her? That is...
You know what, Brad? That is a great point. Even in cases where it hasn't been confirmed that somebody has made it up, certainly in that case, her name has to be out there as well.
Absolutely.
In fact, it should only be her name and not theirs.
Yes.
Okay. But if an allegation is made, shouldn't we at least put their name out? Shouldn't the allegation be tied to a name?
Yes.
Unless, I'll even give you children.
Yes.
You want to keep children's name out of it, they're minors, fine. If you're an adult and you claim assault, certainly sexual assault, and that person that you claim, whether you're telling the truth or not, is going to be scarred for life, they're going to have a huge taint. Your name's got to be out there as well, because you should have a huge taint. If they got to have a taint, you got to have a huge taint.
That's right. They should be walking around with taints. The planet only has now until the year 2030 to stem catastrophic climate change, according to the experts.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. We've got, 10 years?
I mean, to stem it, does that mean in 2030 it's the end, or that's the beginning of the end?
Well, let's just say the governments around the world must take rapid, far-reaching, and unprecedented changes in all aspects of society to avoid disastrous levels of global warming. This from a new report from the Global Scientific Authority on climate change. The Global Scientific Authority on climate change. I didn't even know we had one of those.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Now, that's not to be confused with the planetary one.
Yeah.
That's the global one.
Wow. This is so crazy. The report was issued last week by the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC for short.
Sure.
It says the planet will reach the crucial threshold of 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by as early as 2030. We are doomed. We're going to have fires, we're going to have drought, we're going to have floods, and food shortages for hundreds of millions of people.
Son of a biscuit eater. Sure. I grow up in northeastern Ohio dealing with all of that snow and slop for years, and you're telling me that the next generation is going to get nice, warm weather?
Yep. Yes.
I want you to know, kids, we did this for you. That's right. We did this for you. I suffered snow each way, 20 miles uphill each way to school, and the gloomy days all gone. Yeah. You're welcome.
Just for the kids, we did it for the children.
You're welcome, kids of Ashtabula County.
Yeah.
You're welcome, kids of Geauga County. Yeah, we did that for you.
Yeah, more heat waves, more hot summers, greater sea level rise, and for many parts of the world, worse droughts and rainfall extremes. You might as well just cash
Northeastern Ohio, you're going to be warm and beachfront, oceanfront property. This is what you've always wanted. Good for you.
And we might get those presidential alerts, which, run down the hall and say hi to Mary when that happens.
Nice. By the way, that's the reason I want to know. So the 2030 is the beginning of the end.
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't just all end in 2030.
No, that's the beginning of the end. That's when people start to run through the streets screaming naked. And
so I got 11 years before the end begins.
Yep.
And then the end could take, I'm good. That's fine.
Yeah.
I get 11 years. What are the odds of me living 11 years anyway?
Not good.
That's what I'm saying.
Not at your advanced age, I'm afraid to say. An FBI agent was shot by a booby-trapped wheelchair.
Sorry, Brad, this is very serious.
I know.
Please continue.
The bomb specialist suspected that an Oregon home was booby-trapped. I thought they said it was a wheelchair. As they entered the front door, they noticed what appeared to be a tripwire. Seconds later, a shot rang out. Now, wait just a second.
Yeah, okay.
Did they miss the tripwire?
You said you noticed it. Did you notice it because you tripped it?
Apparently they did.
Okay, this is so written like these guys are doing their job. Hang on, fellas, tripwire.
Watch this. Hold my beer. Apparently from a booby-trapped wheelchair, that's where the shot rang out. An FBI bomb special agent was hit in the leg. 67-year-old Gregory Lee Rodvelt, the man who used to live at the home in Williams, Oregon, has been charged with assaulting a federal officer. Well, no, he didn't do it. The wheelchair
They didn't have to trip the wire.
Uh-huh. Before the highly trained team even entered the house, it encountered a series of traps that are straight out of Indiana Jones. Well, at least the guy was creative.
Okay, I feel bad the guy got shot, and that's certainly not what to do. But I feel kind of good for the guy who booby-trapped it because...
That's ingenuity.
He got to see if it worked.
Yes.
You're always like, it's there. I just wonder if it works. Yeah, it works.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. Mojo 50.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the Mojo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridgezone client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridgezone, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridgezone contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
Doc Thompson, Mojo 50.
Imagine this, Brad. You're an advisor to a president. You're one of the people that are deciding what to do when, all of a sudden, you have definitive proof that there is an inbound nuclear missile headed for, let's say, Los Angeles, or a couple of them, one heading to Chicago, whatever it is. And there you are. You're sitting there in the room and they say, Mr. President, we have proof that within 30 minutes, nuclear missiles will rain down upon these couple of cities. What do we do about those people in the cities? 30 minutes, Mr. President.
You warn them, pandemonium breaks
and nobody gets out. Right.
You know what this does, though? You get the 30-minute warning, you walk down the hall. Hey, Mary, I've thought you were hot for about 10 years now, and I've watched you from afar. We got 30 minutes.
I'd like to watch you from a close now.
I'd like to watch you naked on the desk.
I'm going to go all Kavanaugh on you.
So that's what, that is what the 30-minute warning does for you.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with wethepeople.dating. That's wethepeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on Mojo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
You know, I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
All right, those of you watching on Facebook Live or Periscope, which is the Facebook Live of Twitter, you probably just saw a little bit of commotion. Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel popped in. with something really, really important disrupting the show because he needed a stapler.
Well, I think
so. I'm glad it was priorities on what's important around here.
He's putting together his hat.
Oh, he's stapling it together. Yeah. All right, Matt Locke, Ron Phillips, the Conservative Cartel, coming up at 9 a.m. Eastern Time right here on Mojo 50. For the full lineup of our 24-hour stream that is new, go to mojo50.com. Continuing now with Brad Staggs and your headlines today.
Mm-hmm. See how that works? It's National Fluffernutter Day.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
I didn't know.
Does Mazie Hirono know this?
I didn't know what they were.
I've got to say, and I'm going to admit this to everybody right here, because we're about, transparency here, that my first fluffernutter was from Chef Patrick. He gave me my first fluffernutter just a couple of weeks ago, probably about a month ago.
And you're
I'm just going to throw it out there.
That's it. I'm proud of you.
Now, I don't know how his fluffernutters compare with others. I don't know if his performance is as good as other people, but
I've heard they're legendary.
It was fantastic.
I've heard that they're legendary.
It really was amazing.
Well,
so if you're telling me there's a better fluffernutter out there, I can't imagine that would be.
I think that would be
sublime.
Hyperbole. Yeah.
So,
and by the way, it's also Columbus Day, which no one talks about.
No, it's not.
Sorry.
It is not Columbus Day, and I'll tell you why coming up after your headlines.
All right. It was on this day in 1871 that something big began. What was it?
This day in 1871 or 1971?
1871.
Let's see.
Something
1871. You had just started high school, so 1871. Something big. October 8th.
Yep.
The Pony Express.
No, the Great Chicago Fire started.
Oh, so this is the cow.
Mrs. O'Leary's cow in her barn, so to speak. In 1967, he was defeated.
Muhammad Ali.
Che Guevara.
Okay.
But he lives on in shirts everywhere.
Wait, he was defeated then?
1967.
Have you ever read up on Che Guevara?
I have not.
Yeah, that's some fun reading about what a dirtbag he is, and everyone's wearing those little shirts around. Yeah.
They look good. Bruno Mars is 32, Matt Damon's 47, Chevy Chase is 74. Wow. And Kate Cadigan is 15.
Wait, she's 15 now?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, she's 15.
Man, is she growing fast. For those people who are not familiar with her, I mean, I hate to ask because it's insulting those of us who do.
It really
Who is she? Because,
Kate Cadigan is an Instagram star.
That's right.
With more followers and more money than we'll ever have.
Yeah, of course she
15.
is. Yeah, very good.
It's time for a quick round of Celebrity Dead or Alive. Christopher Lloyd.
Alive.
He is. He is 80.
The actor or the director-producer?
The actor.
Oh, yeah, he's alive.
He'll be 80 years old on the 22nd of this month. Tommy Chong.
Alive.
He is. He'll be 80 this year as well. Yvonne DiCarlo from the Munsters.
Dead. She died a few years ago.
Yes, 11 is better.
All right, I'm 3 for 3 here today.
Bernie Madoff.
Alive and in prison.
Is he?
Oh,
You
yeah.
sure?
Yes.
You sure?
In fact, I saw a story about him about a year ago. Bernie Madoff is putting it together in prison. He has cornered the market on ramen noodles. I'm not kidding.
Is that serious?
I'm serious. He has gathered up all the ramen noodles, and people have to come to him, and he's charging a fortune for them.
Wow.
I crap you not. He has put the crap together in prison.
You know what they say is that if you took the money away from everybody right now, that the people who have all the money right now would have it again in a couple of years.
That's
they
just
know
who
how
he
to make
is.
it. Yeah.
It's even in prison.
Kate Jackson.
Alive.
70 years old this year.
Kate, I always kind of liked her.
Here's
was
one.
Was she your go-to?
She was the thinking.
Charlie's
She
Angel?
was the thinking man's Charlie's Angel. I liked not Farrah Fawcett, but the other one, Cheryl Ladd.
Jacqueline Smith.
Oh yes, Jacqueline Smith. Yes,
yeah, Cheryl Ladd, though, man, the shot of her on the boat in the bikini. Remember that in the open?
Yeah.
In the striped bikini? Spent many a day in my youth thinking about that. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Lulu.
Oh, the singer.
To Serve with Love.
Oh, To Serve with Love, dead.
Yeah. She's 70 years old this year.
God,
Denny Doherty with the Mamas and the Papas.
Dead.
Yep, for 12 years. Rich Little.
Dead. He finally died a few years ago.
He's 80 years old this year.
God.
Liz Claiborne.
Dead.
Yes. Bill Withers.
Lean on me. Dead.
80 years old. And finally, Tammy Faye Baker.
Dead.
Yeah, she's been dead for quite a while. Let's move on to something important, like the cannibal couple that made human meat pies and supplied them to local restaurants after luring female victims on Russian dating sites.
Where is this out of? Is this out of Russia or is this?
It's actually, I think it's in the UK, but they're in.
So did the local restaurants know that they were human meat pies?
No, it is in Russia. You're right. The alleged cannibal Natalia Baksheva made pies of suspected human meat and supplied them to local restaurants. They haven't been able to prove that the pies had people in them. But the pies and the people and the pudding pies.
So here's what I want to know about cannibalism.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a curious person. If you're a cannibal, do you walk down the street thinking how good it would be to take a bite out of that person?
I would think so. I mean, you think about it as just a standard human. You walk down the street and you smell fried chicken.
You're like, give me some of that chicken.
Chicken too tasty.
Because I don't necessarily look at like a live chicken and think, ooh, that chicken in particular would be good.
Right? Well, yeah, because I think that some of the heavier people.
But you do it with lobster.
Do you?
Right? That you pick your lobster and like that one's going to be good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Maybe you do.
What do you put on human?
Mayonnaise.
And is it the same cuts of
mayonnaise?
Meat? Well, that's because you're white, but...
No. Mayonnaise is good with everything.
That's because you're white. That's a white person thing.
Well, so mayonnaise is good.
So what I want to know, is it the same standard cuts of meat?
There's
tenderloin, is there a...
Like butt steak, taint?
Taint could be.
I wonder if that would be more of a delicacy, wouldn't it?
I guess.
The cut-up human remains were found in their fridge and freezer, just so you know, and elsewhere in their home.
Okay.
Where else would they be aside from the fridge and freezer? And elsewhere in their home.
Beside the bed? I don't know.
You're move on. A Florida gas station owner wants people to know just one simple rule if you'd follow in his store. Don't microwave your urine in his microwave.
Excuse me?
He has had a problem lately, and this is a public service from us to them. Please stop heating your urine in the microwave at the gas station.
See, I feel like that's something that you shouldn't have to tell people.
Well, he says that people have become sick and tired of the smell of urine in the microwave because he's about 2 doors down from a drug testing service that collects urine samples. So everyone walks in there and heats it up to body temperature, which is 98.6. But
they screw that up all the time.
It really makes the chicken taste bad.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, those are your headlines. Enjoy.
The Radio Revolution, Mojo 50.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on Mojo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business, as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have...
Somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our Mojo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com, R-I-D-U-Z-O-N-E.com. Rid-U-Zone.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Rid-U-Zone. riduzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah, it
Try
does.
it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUZone.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
Now, a CNN report noted that Feinstein has demanded the FBI inform her of everyone the agency is talking to as part of the probe into these allegations. Asked how the American public will have any confidence in the ultimate conclusions reached by the Senate following such a secret report from the FBI, Feinstein replied, well, let's see. I can't say because I don't know what the investigation will say. Yeah, you do. You know exactly what the investigation is going to say, Diane, and that's why you want to keep it confidential. The same CNN article reported that the California senator was joined in her calls for the results of the FBI probe to remain secret by Democrat Senator Chris Coons. How do we know Chris Coons? He's the one that made the infamous deal with Jeff Flake. Interesting how that works, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Coons and Flake went on to where? 60 Minutes. Oh, kumbaya, kumbaya, yeah. Little campfire singing, right? Because everybody's in lockstep when you're liberals.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Welcome aboard to this inaugural broadcast of your Morning Mojo on Mojo50.com. I am Doc Thompson, along with Bradley J. Staggs and Ron Phillips, spin of the dials, radio style for us. And it's always difficult when you start off a new venture like this, especially in broadcasting that is revenue generated primarily, almost exclusively via commercials and sponsorships. It's difficult to build those up. It takes time.
It's difficult to buy your dinner. It's difficult to put gas in your car. It's,
right. The good news is if you want to advertise, you can do so. Just go to mojo50.com and you could contact us via the website. We also have a food platform that's 24-hour food stream that we've started at Spoonie.com. It's like spoon with a Y, so check that out. You want to advertise, you know somebody that wants to, by all means, contact us and we'll give you a good deal. You know, we want to help you. And then Black Friday, mark your calendars now, because we have a 12-hour marathon to give you free commercials, as I have done in the years past. We're just expanding it. 12 hours of free commercials. All you have to do is call us up. We'll give you a couple of minutes to blah, blah about your stuff. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you can come up and do it live and get a little mini tours. We give kind of an open house. It's going to be on Black Friday. That's the day after Thanksgiving.
We ask that you not feed the goats and the sheep during your tour in the petting zoo. We've had that problem in the past. People come in, they feed them when they're here, and it gets the animals sick. So just please
don't do it.
Don't feed the goats or the sheep.
No, that's good. Some of the other animals you might be able to.
Fine. The llamas.
That's fine, but not those. So again, if you'd like to advertise, by all means, Spoonie.com or Mojo50.com. We are getting new advertisers every day, like this.
He wanted to ask you to prom, but he went with Betty Jo instead. Now, you can make him pay for the backseat romp he didn't have with you, or Betty Jo. High school or college hottie, never looked at you or even knew your name? He'll never forget you now. Have you slipped and fallen or accidentally been gang raped in a place you've never been, or sexually assaulted sometime in either your teens, 20s, or never? If you've said yes to any of these probing accusations, you may be entitled to free publicity and a GoFundMe account worth bank. You see, at Avenatti and Avenatti, we put the naughty where it should be, squirting right in the public eye. We troll for troubled women and cite cases just like you to exploit them for every ounce of media attention we can manage. That's right. You can be the attention-seeking whore you've always wanted to be. Would you like to push a political agenda the media will love? Call us. Lusted for that hottie who didn't even know your name? Well, he damn skippy will now. And so will everybody you may or may not have gone to school with. Call us. even if you've never suffered from high crimes and sex demeanors. Our team of publicity professionals will help trigger your memory, even if you have none. And you'll be able to pass a polygraph with flying colors and with your pants around your ankles. Call us at
1-900-SLEAZY-PORN-LAWYERS.
That's
1-900-SLEAZY-PORN-LAWYERs.
or online at doyoukissyourmamawithatmouth.porn.
Hey,
Remember that guy you wanted to ask?
He's growing like crazy. The law firm is growing like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, was it over the weekend admitted, I think it was Chuck Todd, that Avenatti is a carnival. He's a circus. They even suggested that Avenatti is responsible for Brett Kavanaugh getting confirmed.
Isn't that great? They will turn on you in a heartbeat.
Second, saying that his sideshow distracted, and even Ramirez allegations distracted from Dr. Ford's. They were saying, this is the case they made on, Meet the Press, that if they had just gotten through Dr. Ford's testimony, it likely would have stopped him.
In other words, if you hadn't gone all fake phallus, real phallus shaking in people, and then, hey, grab on board the rape train 82. That was crazy. It just
Beach Week 82.
But I still get the t-shirt, mojo50.com. But it was just crazy the way that they just kept ramping up the accusations. It's like they didn't think the first one would stick.
Right, exactly. And the funny thing is, even that one was ridiculous because we all heard her testimony and there was no meat to it. Ramirez amped it up even more. Hers was just bizarre that she admitted she was drunk and foggy memory, did not even know it was Brett Kavanaugh that supposedly thrust his phallus in her face or towards her.
Look, Brett's shoving his in her face.
Right. It was somebody else yelled and laughed that it was Brett Kavanaugh, and it took her 6 days to remember it. I mean, that's just bizarre.
And not one of them mentioned his huge taint either.
Right, exactly. So. You would have, listen, she would have, even in a drunken state, remembered somebody saying, he thrust his large phallus and, oh my gosh, look at that huge taint.
Wow, that's big.
Right, they would have, so come on now. And then the rape allegations were bizarre.
Yeah.
So we got it right.
Yeah. Sweatnick was just a basket case from the word go. That was it just, and in retrospect, what will they do to these women? If
nothing.
They get away scot-free.
In fact, they get away better than scot-free. They get away scot-rich, at least Dr. Ford does.
I was going to say Sweatnick doesn't, and I bet Ramirez doesn't have a GoFundMe account.
Oh, no, they'll end up with something. So they may not have the GoFundMe account because Dr. Ford has one, and at last check, I think it was over $500,000. Now, Kavanaugh has one, too, and his was a little bit less than hers. But
they were very...
but they have them out there, and this is just the new world order. We just put these funds out there to help them out. It's not just help them. It's we feel like we need to do something, and we feel impotent at times. So this is what we do to try to help. It was like the day after 9/11. Do you remember what everybody did? What were the actions? What was the activity, the action people took? Because we couldn't do anything. All the planes are grounded. We're all standing around, dumbfounded. What's going on? Trying to get our lives together. And what does this mean for the future? They encouraged people, and people did in droves donate blood.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Folks, there were no survivors. They didn't have a blood shortage. It wasn't 3,000 people that needed blood transfusions.
I never thought about that.
Nobody needed it. Why did we do it? Because people have to do something.
It's the only thing, What
right,
else?
It's not a criticism at all. No. And the blood certainly went and helped other people. My point is, we have to feel like, I got to do something. You're sitting at home, you're pissed off, you're frustrated, whatever. I got to do something.
All right.
I know what I'm going to do to help Dr. Kavanaugh. I'm going to donate to her GoFundMe page. So she'll walk away with $750,000, $1 million, whatever ends up being. And then Brett Kavanaugh is about the same. Well, likely Ramirez and Sweatnick will not have them. If they do, theirs will be much smaller, but they will make out in other ways. I could see Ramirez. She has just enough credibility to write a book or something.
I can't even remember what she looks like.
You got to remember, all of the crazy people out there believe all of them right off, right?
Right.
So you don't have to sell 45 million copies to make some coin, right?
No, that's true.
And Ramirez was kind of the median outrageous claims. She could do something like that. And then, so she likely would write a book, kind of do the talk show circuit. She'll be the expert on victimization. Ford will not. She's got the coin. She's got a career. She may write a very high, profile, or high brow book, years later or years down the road. But I could see Ramirez having a book deal that would do okay, make her a couple dollars. Sweatnik does softcore porn. I'm not kidding. She will. Sweatnik will end up, I believe, in some sort of pornographic film for cash down the road.
You'd probably say the same thing about Octomom. When
she did, she ended up doing porn. Oh, that's the reason I say this, and I believe she's cuckoo. I mean, God bless Dr. Ford and God bless Ramirez. They're just unstable. They seem like very sensitive people. We all have different perspectives. We're all different levels of stability. Things bother me that may not bother you. I think that's where they are.
But why are we handling them with kid gloves? Everybody now with Dr. Ford, I think that something may have happened to her, but it wasn't.
They all did it because they didn't. How dare you not believe her? I'm not doing it for that reason. I believe that she really is convinced something happened. And the something, I believe, actually was from Brett Kavanaugh. I just think it's about perspective. I think he meant it as horseplay and goofing around, doesn't even remember. Do you remember everybody that you tickled or pushed or gave noogies to just goofing around at a party?
No.
Do you remember every one of them? No.
Because I never met them before. I swear it, I didn't touch
Are
her.
there gaps in your memory?
Maybe.
See, I don't remember all the horseplay. I don't remember every situation.
I don't remember the horse playing at all.
Right. So I think it was just kind of a misremembering, a misunderstanding, all of that. And I think Ramirez is probably similar to that.
Well,
but Sweatnik is Fruit Loops. Yeah. She is cuckoo.
She is,
and people like that are trying to, and it's probably from nothing against her, how she was raised. She went through some difficult things, and the next thing you know, you're using this because you get attention. She'll end up doing softcore porn, and it'll be something train themed. You wait. No, it will be high school party train theme, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dana Plato?
Oh, yeah.
Dana Plato from the television show Different Strokes ended up working in Las Vegas at like a dry cleaner. And for a while, I think she worked at the Forum Shops. Yep. But anyways, she worked there, ended up doing softcore porn, and it was called Different Strokes.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten about that. All of these things I've forgotten. Wow. I got to Google that.
There are no holes in my memory.
By the way, Brett Kavanaugh's GoFundMe, we'll see the total here, but $611,645.
It's good work.
That is not bad work if you can get it. And,
wow.
But although I don't think I'd want to sit there and go through what he went through. At 611, he's going to get what, half of that after taxes? Is it like the lottery? Do you only get like half the money?
If it's income, I got to believe that it's taxed as regular income, right? I mean, that's.
I guess. I mean, yeah. So if he gets half of that, 300,000. Do
we know, Ron? Is it's got to be taxed like regular income?
I think it's taxed. I think he gets the whole minus the fee. I think he'll get the whole amount, but he'll have to write it off on taxes. But guys, Brett Kavanaugh won't take any of that money.
Not now that he's confirmed.
That was raised for him,
right?
And chances are it'll go to a charity.
So yeah, you're right. Now that he got confirmed, no, he has to be above it. Right. If he didn't get confirmed, maybe he would have.
Probably.
I mean, that's a pretty good payday because then he can still go and teach and write books or something like that. I believe Dr. Ford likely will take hers. And that's not a criticism.
I would take it if I were her.
You would take that filthy, dirty money?
Yep, sure would.
So would I.
Absolutely.
And by the way, Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh, let me take a moment to address you about this $611,000. If you do not take it, I understand why, and I wouldn't criticize you if you did, but if you decide to donate that money, especially to a worthy cause,
that would be very nice.
I know of some starving people that could use some help. Some starving people in Haltom City, Texas, not too far from me right now.
With an empty monitor.
Monitor that could use a little help. I'm just saying, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that could use help, but I do know of some. You can contact us via our website at mojo50.com.
We're not proud. We'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take dirty money. I'll take clean money. I'll take dirty money that's been cleaned. It became dirty again. I don't care. Shove it in my G-string. I don't care. Send it in the mail. I got kids to feed.
With great mojo comes great responsibility. Mojo 50.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on Mojo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on Mojo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on Mojo 50. Live free.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give Diathrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's Diathrive.com.
The Adrian Slade Show. Again, and I've said this in the past, a business does not exist to give you a minimum wage job. You are hired as an employee because in your self-interested quest to earn money, you will then be motivated to help the vision of the business creators and owners who seek their goal, who hired you to help facilitate it. The big business isn't built to provide charity in the form of hiring. They're not there just to give everybody a job. And it isn't a relationship of top-down exploitation of the little guy they've hired. That's what a lot of people think of. Oh, the big business, big corporation, they're running me dry. You know, that's the Sanders look, the Bernie Sanders people. They love to look at business like, oh, I'm a slave to this business. But you know what? Your self-interest to make money is what puts you in a symbiotic relationship with the business that hires you. Both self-interests are from both parties are involved in this situation.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Bradley J. Staggs on Mojo 50. Appreciate you joining us. Also joining us in studio is Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel. How are you, sir?
Fellas, how are you?
You got a little ball cap on there, buddy.
I do. I went to Amazon this morning, and the pea hat's on the way.
Is it coming? You getting it?
It's on the way.
Do we know when we expect delivery?
I'm going to get Prime, so probably second day.
And we had a little bet there. It was, first of all, that Dr. Ford would not testify, is what you said. I said she would, and she did, and so you're on the hook. And then we doubled or nothing for whether Kavanaugh was confirmed. I would have let you weasel out of that bet last week.
No. A bet's a bet. A bet's a bet. I took to Twitter this weekend, and some viewers called me out and said, "Are you going to own it?" Yes, I'm going to own it.
And I say I would have let you weasel out because I was convinced he likely wouldn't. I'm not convinced. I was waffling on whether or not he'd be confirmed.
You know what's great, though, is he was confirmed. And I'm going to say this in my show coming up after this. You know, I think all of the stuff the left put him through is going to make him a much more conservative judge.
Oh, my gosh, that's a great point. What if they pushed him more into the conservative camp?
Well, think about it. He was the W administration. I was not a Kavanaugh fan. Amy Coney Barrett was my girl, and I wanted someone conservative, and Trump saw that, you know, maybe that wasn't going to be the case. And here we are with Kavanaugh going through such a life-altering thing with an abnormally large taint.
Right. Well, huge taint.
Huge. My bad. But look, I mean, did they push him to be more conservative?
I got to believe that if an issue of sexual harassment or something else comes up, you know, that he doesn't recuse himself, or it would be an obvious one, something even on the fence, you're gonna say, hey, I know what that's like, right?
Well, you would think so, and then you would, but the left's going to use that for the next 30 years.
To impeach him.
Right.
Even though, you know, you went over the impeachment this morning, these mathematician genius don't understand that it takes 2/3 of Senate to impeach somebody and not 48.
He could have a wonderful career on the Supreme Court, sitting there for 40 years, and along the way have saved children from burning buildings, you know, given every penny that he earns to humanitarian efforts, working in battered women's shelters. And as they honor him upon his retirement, people will go, oh, Dr. Ford.
Yeah.
He's tainted.
Well, here's my question. What's going to happen to her now?
Oh, she's celebrated.
Oh.
Well, she's got $1 million GoFundMe page. Yeah,
she's brave.
But the accusations have never been verified.
No.
Do you file charges?
Well, I think
no.
She should take it to the Supreme Court.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
because you see
hilarious.
what would happen. Yeah, then he would, and they, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we've talked about this. I'm going to cover it here on my show today. These charges are they real? If they're real, she's not going to do anything else.
No.
Her lawyer came out and said she's done. Well, why is that, Miss Ford?
Yeah, why would you not? Now, if she says, I'm going to pursue these, and I'll talk to the local prosecutors and police, and they say, it's been too long, we're not going to be able to prove this, and we heard the testimony, there's going to be no proof, it just won't work bringing it to trial. Okay, fine.
You're out.
But at least you know she did everything she could do, and it wasn't political. In my mind, that would help me say, maybe she wasn't just politically motivated.
Well, you know, we don't play lawyers, but wouldn't you think that's what her lawyer would say? Hey, look, this is going to look too obvious.
But he doesn't have to.
Well, I know. And what was in that letter that Sheila Jackson Lee slipped him? Or what was in the envelope?
I think we know what was in it.
Cash?
$20.
Yeah.
Same as downtown.
Ding, buddy.
Ding, ding.
Did you hear the story about the dentists?
Yes, in Las Vegas.
Yeah. So their names are splashed everywhere. The woman who lied, though, they still won't release her name.
Well, yeah, because video footage proved that she was lying.
Right.
So where are the charges?
Right.
Hey, women never lie, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag women never lie.
It's such a double standard.
Caitlin Collins, and I think she's a reporter with CNN. She tweeted this. Just this out of nowhere, not attached to anything in particular. When I was in college, I used ignorant language in a few tweets to my friends.
Oh, yeah.
It was immature, but it doesn't represent the way I feel at all. I regret it and apologize.
Well, isn't the gay Gestapo after her? Didn't she drop some gay references?
Well, and now those tweets have been uncovered. So I don't know if people saw the tweets and called her out because of them. Her comments seemed out of nowhere. Maybe she was worried about it, but they have screenshots of them. Dated 20 July 2011.
What?
That's not that long ago.
2011?
Yeah.
That's 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm. She put at somebody's whatever prologue to Canterbury Tales, comma, you fag.
Oh, yeah, you can't use that word.
Why? She
Unless
called him
you
a
say
cigarette?
Brad Fags. And then you can say it.
So they haven't taken back fag?
No, I don't think.
Because they've taken back queer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
is that like a fig? Like a fig's cousin fag?
No, it's a cigarette.
It's a cigarette.
You don't know that.
It's a cigarette, my bad.
Yes.
She also, to the same person, mentioned something about if she was a lesbian. And
she's kind of hot, isn't she?
Yeah, she's okay.
You can't bring out the L word.
Yeah.
Why?
So they're...
Why?
And she seemed critical of that.
Rosie O'Donnell called Lindsey Graham a closeted idiot.
But Rosie O'Donnell's kind of she's troubled. She thinks she has a penis.
Well, this
How do you
the
know
whole
she doesn't?
The whole point of this is this is where we are. She did these things 7 to 10 years ago. She was tweeting them and putting them out there. It's all on the table, but only if they can use it against you politically, and primarily if you are not liberal. That's where we're at? Is that it?
That sounds like the new norm.
New norm.
All right, so if you want to catch Matt Locke along with Ron Phillips, the Conservative Cartel, weekdays 9 to noon Eastern time on Mojo 50. All right, that's our little musical interlude because we track away
dance.
from America's Voice Network, where you can also see us.
Interlude.
Interlude.
It's not a Quaalude. That's Quaalude's cousin.
He's trying to impress people with his big
is.
words.
I am.
I
My
love
words are big. All right, so what else do you have coming up today? What are you going to bust out there?
Well, we're going to cover polls. The election's in about
the people from
29
Poland,
days.
far too long. They have not
but
been covered.
Here's the thing I saw this weekend, and I always laugh at this. So Kavanaugh gets confirmed. What is the first story out Sunday night? Ted Cruz behind Robert Francis O'Rourke by 2 points.
Oh, they got
No way. You got to change the narrative because you lost. So we're going to talk some polling. We're going to talk Cruz. They're having a panel in Dallas that I signed up for. What do you think is the percentage I might get picked?
Phallus painting.
No. It's Frank Luntz is doing he's doing a focus group down here. So Matt Locke signed up. Let's see if the cartel will represent.
Oh, nicely done.
Let's see what happens.
You going to wear pants?
No.
Good.
No pants.
I am really triggered by Beto. I mean, there's a lot of
you're shaking, right? I mean, you look.
No, I am really triggered. Okay, so you're originally from Indiana, so you're triggered by the Indiana race, naturally, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I am shockingly. I know people are already calling me out about this for mentioning Ohio. From Ohio, same thing. I'm triggered by the obnoxiousness that is Sherrod Brown.
Oh yes.
But aside from that, I mean, we work in Texas, but I don't vote in Texas. I'm triggered by Beto strictly because of the name, because of the marketing and these clods who don't get him. Forget everything else. I'm so pissed off at the name and these knuckleones don't get it. I was at the Fort Worth Zoo on Saturday. Took my kids to the Fort Worth Zoo. Fantastic zoo.
Boo at the zoo.
It wasn't Boo at the zoo.
It wasn't Boo at the zoo yet?
They got Boo Zoos coming up.
They've got
we
it all
didn't
over the
take
place.
part in the Boo part.
Okay.
We were just taking part in the zoo part. Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're there. We're doing the whole zoo thing. And some goofy guy, he looked, I don't know if he was Hispanic, all right, walking around with his big Beto shirt on. And I look at this guy and I'm like, are you supporting him because you think he's Hispanic? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or are you crazy progressive? Or is it both?
It is a
I so
nickname.
wanted to challenge.
He's had that nickname since he was a kid, hasn't he? That's what they say.
I don't know the backstory of Beto. But I believe, as
It's
Doc
brilliant
believes
marketing. It's
it
brilliant
is
marketing.
And look, he is the whitest Irish guy you'll ever meet.
Right.
So let's call him Beto and try to win some Hispanics because, of course, what is one of the big population centers here in Texas?
Right.
Hispanic.
I thought you were going to say Italian.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Irish was my next thought.
So we're standing there looking at the zebras. And he walks up with the Beto shirt, and there wasn't a lot of people around. And I glance over and I see it, and I get the look at that look on my face, you know?
Yeah.
And I glance over, and my wife looks at me and goes, no.
Because she knew.
No.
She
and
knew.
I go, I'm not going. She goes, no. I'm not going to. I know. No.
She knew it before you even got out here.
I know.
She knew the look.
She knew because she's heard me go off on Beto before.
Right.
All right, Matt Locke coming up at 9 Eastern on Mojo 50.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. Mojo 50. More of Doc Thompson next. Mojo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Investigators trying to figure out why a limo blew through an intersection before crashing into a parked SUV outside Albany, New York, killing 20 people. Happened over the weekend in Schoharie, New York.
Mostly it's a very close-knit community and a lot of hugging and praying and commiserating together. But that's what small communities do.
Liz Gallup works at a store in Schoharie. National Transportation Safety Board Chairman Robert Zumwalt says his agency is investigating.
20 fatalities is just horrific. I've been on the board for 12 years, and this is one of the biggest loss of lives that we've seen in a long, long time.
The victims, 18 people in the limo and 2 pedestrians. Big doings tonight at the White House. President Trump will host a ceremonial swearing-in for newly minted Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
In less than 2 years, President Trump has put 2 justices on the High Court, something he reminded supporters about at a weekend rally just hours after Kavanaugh's confirmation.
He will sit proudly alongside Justice Neil Gorsuch.
It's a defining accomplishment for the president, who promised voters that he would reshape the Supreme Court with conservative justices. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Secretary of State Pompeo, following a meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Pyongyang, says they're getting close to finalizing a date and a venue for the next meeting between President Trump and Kim. Tropical storm Michael continues strengthening in the Gulf of Mexico, prompting Governor Rick Scott to declare states of emergency as in 26 Florida counties across the Florida Panhandle. That storm could make landfall as a hurricane later in the week. On Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are down about 143 points. NASDAQ futures off 30 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
This is David Barton with another moment from America's history. America has a history of great patriots who loved and sacrificed much for their country. One of these was John Witherspoon, a signer of the Declaration of Independence. While president at Princeton, he personally trained many who became important leaders in American government, including James Madison. How could John Witherspoon tell if someone really loved America? He explained, "He is the best friend to American liberty, who is most sincere and active in promoting true and undefiled religion, and who sets himself with the greatest firmness to bear down profanity and immorality of every kind. Whoever is an avowed enemy of God, I hesitate not to call him an enemy to his country." Founding Father John Witherspoon believed that a true American patriot opposed profanity and immorality and promoted true and undefiled religion.
For more information on God's hand in American history, contact Wall Builders at 1-800-8-REBUILD.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you know you're going to think the same way, as for from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
Doc Thompson's and Brad Staggs on Mojo 50. Thanks for joining us today. Platform's just going to get bigger and better.
Huge.
Lots of good stuff coming up. In case you missed the announcement earlier, we will be expanding Mojo50.com and the 24-hour stream. It is a 24-hour stream of libertarian, conservative thoughts and ideas and content and hosts. But we just got word last week that likely Chuck Woolery will be joining us to produce regular content as well. So you'll hear Chuck Woolery on this platform. And also Sam Sorbo, Kevin Sorbo's wife, who I've interviewed in the past. They're great people. We've got them coming up. And also a couple of other really big names. Those will be happening in the next couple of weeks. Oh, Politabunny.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I saw the tweet about that.
Yeah, I spoke to her over the weekend, and we're working the details out, but I don't see anything that would stand in the way of her providing content for us within a week or so.
And she goes by the Foo, right? It's Politabunny, the Foo.
Yeah, it's at Politabunny, but yeah, Foo.
The Foo. Okay. All right.
So anyways, and she's big fun on Twitter, a huge following. So that's really cool. She was interested and had been tweeting at me for a couple of days, and some other people were. And I apologized. I even told her, I said, listen, I didn't see a lot of your tweets. It has been, as you can imagine, a crazy couple of weeks.
It's been a crazy lifetime, hasn't it?
It really has. So I was not as engaged in seeing some of the tweets that I have in the past. And my brother actually texted me, and he's like, hey, he goes, I follow at Politabunny. He goes, she's been trying to get in touch with you. And I was like, okay, well, I put on my list, to contact her.
I got to have a few people send me text saying, hey, make sure Doc talks to Politabunny. It's like, man, this woman has a really good marketing campaign.
Right. So my brother, because he follows her, and then I'm like, okay, I put it on my list. The next couple days, I'm going to do this. It was busy. And I just happened to be on Twitter and looking through some messages on Saturday. And saw that she had tweeted at me again, and I was like, I DM'd her, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see. I've been planning to get in touch with you. So we talked on Sunday, laid out a bunch of, I gave her some pretty extensive details on what we have coming up here.
And she agreed to do the program for $400,000 a year?
It was a little bit less than that.
Good. Save some money. That's good.
Yeah, it was great because I was like, yes, I think we can, let's do this. And she was like, right on. And I said, how about this? She said, that's a possibility. This is great. And we'll pay you nothing. And we'll move in. She was like, wonderful. And I just kind of slid that right in there.
That's always the way you do it. It's called selling the sizzle, not the money.
That's it. That's exactly it. Yes, people have sold that sizzle to me many times. So there you go. But
it's more exposure.
Lots of good stuff coming up. Hey, happy racist, genocidal killer day.
Wait,
happy racist, rapist, genocidal killer day. It is all across America and has been for a number of years. Don't you remember in 1492, a racist, rapist, genocidal killer sailed the ocean blue? Don't you remember that?
Columbus.
And came to what?
Wow, Columbus. Christopher Columbus.
Yes, a racist, rapist, genocidal killer.
It is just...
We know we've learned this. He did this to indigenous people, which has prompted people all over America to say, we need to get rid of Columbus Day. This has been a rallying cry. This, some of the, I dated, it could go back even farther, but I know some people claimed we needed to get rid of Columbus Day back in the 1970s.
I don't really?
Yeah, it was not common. It was, it was like one crazy person on Berkeley's campus or something like that.
And how did they communicate back then anyway? They had to send letters to each other, right? Because we didn't have Facebook so that we could gather up the
carrier
troops.
pigeons.
Right.
It was carrier pigeons. No, but this shows you how this stuff happens. In I think I saw 71 or 2, somebody had suggested this. And maybe it goes back even farther. I'm sure when they put this out there, that almost all of America, if they had heard about it, and they didn't, if they had heard about it, would have said, knock it, what are you, nuts?
Yeah. That's because there was more common sense then, and since that time...
It's the slow brainwashing, Brad. So over this entire time period, they've slowly put it out there. It's on the campuses, and a couple of those kids that go to campus that are smoking pot in the 60s and hanging out sleeping with the professors and going to the wild toga parties and whatnot, like an Animal House. They fancy themselves intellectuals. So you're saying... that I could be one molecule in the fingernail of a larger being? That's right. That during that, as these intellectuals, they said, well, Columbus came here and they raped and pillaged. They hurt the indigenous people. And they said, wow, that's horrible. And it just caught. And they taught people. And they became teachers and they taught the people. And here you are. Almost 40 years later, or I guess it would be over 40 years later now. 40 years later.
Ta-da.
And people go, oh, okay, you're right. Let's start changing it. And those people are now sitting on town councils and they're mayors. This is what happens. So the crazy, nuttiest crap you see on college campuses right now, today, where most people go, that's too far. Stop it.
Right.
Guess what? It's coming. If you don't stop this stuff, it's coming. 30, 40 years from now, it will be out there. And you'll go, what happened? And you know what? We dated as far back as 2017. We saw somebody mentioning it on a college campus, and that's where we'll be.
Do you remember when you get Abe Lincoln's birthday off, you get George Washington's birthday off from school, then they just consolidated them all into President's Day, and now that's not a holiday either. It's all the you're right. It's all the white men. It's all the old white men, the club that has become the ostracized club.
I need your help on this Columbus Day thing. I'm calling Bravo Sierra on something, and I need your help. So if you're listening, then you can join us on Facebook or the Twitter. I'm going to need your comments on this one. Just tweet at Doc Thompson Show. Please follow me. It's at Real Brad Staggs. And please follow this platform at Mojo50 Radio. Bravo Sierra is what I'm calling. So all over the country, they've been stopping Columbus Day parades. They've gotten rid of them. They have banned in some cities. They don't call it Columbus Day. It's gone. It's Indigenous People Day.
Wow.
So not only did you say we're going to get rid of Columbus and just make it go away, no. You have to then honor Indigenous people, whatever that is.
Wow. Think of the Nina. Think of the Pinta.
What about the Pinta?
What about the Santa Maria?
Brad, you are an Indigenous people to Southern California.
Yes.
I am an Indigenous people to America, but I'm not considered part of Indigenous people.
No.
At what point do you become Indigenous?
When you claim it. When you just it's like Elizabeth Warren. Just put it out there enough and you are.
How?
Just tell people that you're an Indigenous.
No, I was saying hello.
Oh,
how?
How? Hi, how
Hi,
are
how
you?
are you? Hi, how are you? Exactly. So here's what I'm calling Bravo Sierra. Last year, Akron, Ohio, tried to get rid of Columbus Day, and it got really ugly. This is just one example. Got really heated and contentious. There are, 13 members of the council. They are all Democrats.
Okay.
So it's diverse.
Yeah, sure is.
5 members of the council are black, and they all voted to rename Columbus Day.
Wow.
The other 8 members voted not to. They are not black. So, first of all,
5 to 8. 5
so it didn't get changed. Okay. Yeah, so it didn't get changed. But I'm just showing you what's been happening.
Yeah.
Akron is one that didn't change Columbus Day. But as a little side note there, you white people voted against it, and you're all progressives. Why? So there's even a divide. Apparently, you're not progressive enough. Cincinnati, Ohio, just to show you, officially changed last Wednesday Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day. Now, they tried twice before and didn't have the votes.
Okay.
Now they have them.
Do people get to take off Indigenous Peoples Day?
Indigenous people do.
That's it. Now the rest of us can celebrate it.
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, boy.
Named for Columbus, has one of the biggest Columbus Day parades in America.
I would hope so.
The city's named after Christopher Columbus.
I would hope they celebrate his life, his accomplishments.
But you've got to remember the city council, the mayor, they're all progressive. What to do.
Wow.
So they have now officially changed Columbus Day.
What? Are they calling it Indigenous Peoples Day?
Well, they've changed the parade and what they're going to do in the day, and they're going to honor veterans.
Okay, good.
Okay.
That's good.
But the question, the place I'm calling Bravo Sierra, is they said this has nothing to do with Indigenous people and all the debates in the rest of the country.
Nothing to see here.
Has nothing to do with that. Nothing.
Not that at all.
They said, and this according to the mayor's spokesperson, she said it has nothing to do with this. She said, her name is Robin Davis. She said, we have a number of veterans who work for the city, and there are so many here in Columbus. We thought it was important to honor veterans with a day and give them a day off. She said
why couldn't we? There already is one of those, and it's called Veterans Day. Yeah,
that doesn't sound familiar to me whatsoever.
Yeah, Veterans Day happens, isn't it June every year?
What's that, Ron? Yes, it's November, Ron.
It's not November.
Ron's telling me it's November 11th.
It's not November.
Yeah, it's November 11th.
Is it November 11th?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you nodding yes?
So
I
we
thought it
have
was in June.
Ron's a veteran. So here it is. So you're saying we already have a Veterans Day?
Yes, we already have a Veterans Day.
That seems odd because Robin Davis said that there's a number of veterans and they need to honor them with a day.
She's a crackpot. She's a wackadoo.
Huh.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
So you're calling Bravo Sierra?
Yeah.
That they're doing this because...
Yeah. Just come out and say, just be honest and say...
They can't, Brad.
Just tell
because
it like
if
it is.
Columbus, Ohio says they're getting rid of Columbus Day, and the first of all, the Columbus Day parade, if they get rid of it, that's huge revenue. People coming down for the parade, not buying sandwiches and stuff downtown. Okay. So that hurts them. If they say we're going to change the name of it,
right,
and you say that's it, we're taking a stand against Columbus Day because Columbus raped and pillaged indigenous people, and they say, excuse me, Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Kind of
awkward.
You might be straining at the gnat and swallowing the camel here, guys. Maybe you actually rename, I don't know, the city.
Well, there's that.
Bravo Sierra.
Yeah.
BS, baby.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me mojo or give me death. Mojo 50.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's
using
amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called Riduzone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to riduzone.com and try today. You're going to love it. Riduzone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com. It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUZone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah, it
Try
does.
it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com, RIDUZone.com.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on Mojo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on Mojo 50.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with wethepeople.dating. That's wethepeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Doc Thompson, Mojo 50.
Imagine this, Brad. You're an advisor to a president. You're one of the people that are deciding what to do when all of a sudden you have definitive proof that there is an inbound nuclear missile headed for, let's say, Los Angeles, or a couple of them, one heading to Chicago, whatever it is. And there you are. You're sitting there in the room and they say, Mr. President, We have proof that within 30 minutes, nuclear missiles will rain down upon these couple of cities. What do we do about those people in the cities? 30 minutes, Mr. President.
You warn them, pandemonium breaks
and nobody gets out. Right.
You know what this does, though? You get the 30-minute warning. You walk down the hall. Hey, Mary, I've thought you were hot for about 10 years now, and I've watched you from afar. We got 30 minutes.
I'd like to watch you from a close now.
I'd like to watch you naked on the desk.
I'm going to go all Kavanaugh on you.
So that's what, that is what the 30-minute warning does for you.
All right, so this is Columbus Day for some of us. For others,
well, if you're a scumbag old
it's
white
Indigenous
guy.
Peoples Day, exactly.
Yeah.
Some of us just call it Mayonnaise Day.
Mayonnaise Day.
Yeah, white people.
Yeah.
I'm considering, because I'm not Italian. Let's replace it with Mayonnaise Day. White guy, right?
I like mayonnaise.
So Columbus, Ohio is struggling right now. They're pretending that they're trying to honor veterans, but here's what's really going to happen. This is Chief Wahoo on the Cleveland Indians uniform. They know they can't get rid of it because people are like, Columbus Day. Right. Your name is Columbus. How about that? And rightfully they should. So they're pretending it has nothing to do with that. And they need, who could speak against veterans? So if you're coming out going, how dare you get rid of Columbus Day? They're like, you don't want to celebrate veterans?
Right.
It's BS. It's Bravo Sierra, but it'll give them just enough cover that over the next couple of years they'll do this. Then they'll be able to just change Columbus Day altogether and at some point change the city's name. According to one of the parade organizers in Columbus, Ohio, he said, and this is Joseph Contino.
Oh, Joseph Contino.
He said it's very in vogue politically right now to do that. It's not PC for me to say anything against indigenous peoples. You can kick Christians, you can kick Catholics. That's the message that it sends to us, and that's what it feels like. We're Europeans, and we lop Indians' heads off, which just isn't true.
Personally, I haven't lopped an Indian's head off. And
Tyrone Smith, director of the Native American Indian Center of Central Ohio. And by the way, please do not confuse that with the Native American Indian Center of Northern Ohio.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Or the Northern American Indian Center of Southern Ohio.
Yeah,
do not do that.
Yeah, don't.
This is Tyrone Smith, director of the Native American Indian Center of Central Ohio. Again, not the Native American Indian Center of East or West Ohio, neither one of those.
Nope.
Or Northeast
Central.
or South Central or South, any of them.
Yeah.
He said, this is a breath of fresh air. He said, the past is the past. He said, it may not be pretty at times, but we cannot hold what happened back then against today's society.
Wow.
He said, regardless their bloodline, the fact that the city of Columbus is taking action is a victory for everyone. Wait,
that is
what?
that is so quaint.
Okay, he starts off saying something. He goes, the past is the past.
Bygones be bygones.
Right. It may not be pretty at times.
Right.
But we cannot hold what happened back then against today's society, regardless their bloodline. The fact that the city of Columbus is taking action is a victory for everyone.
Yeah, that's a bit of a fail there because he just contradicted himself.
Right. If the past is the past, move on, regardless of the bloodline.
Unless there's money to be made from the controversy. Yeah, and in which case, yes, don't move on.
Now, Austin, Texas, their equity office, they have an equity office.
What's an equity office?
To make sure things are equitable, equal.
For who?
Well, they've been charged, the equity office is charged with the task of rooting out anything that honors slave owners, the Confederacy.
Oh, good. So now there's a whole office devoted?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they have to scour to find out, who's that street named after? See, they already got rid of Robert E. Lee Road and Jefferson Davis Avenue.
Right. Okay.
They found those. So now they got to scrutinize a little bit more. And they have rooted out a bunch of others.
Like what?
They have, I can't remember all, but some of them were lesser known people involved in the Confederacy. Like one of the ones is Reagan Hill Road.
Who's Reagan Hill?
And you're going, no, it's Reagan, like the hill, but it's Reagan Hill. It's really the Reagan.
All right.
And you're like, Ronald Reagan. No, John Reagan.
John.
Yeah, during the Confederacy, I think he might have been the postmaster general for them. But so they got to root him out. He's part of the Confederacy. So they have submitted a list of the next, 6 or 8 that they want to go after and change those. It's going to cost them thousands of dollars to change them, just from the city's perspective, because they got to change every one of those signs and then maps and everything else. And then every business has to learn the new road and has to change their letterhead, every person, if you have any. Right, you have to do that. So they're going to root those out, though, because equity. See, there's a problem like Columbus, Ohio. Austin is named after Stephen F. Austin, who's one of Texas's founding fathers. He's the one who drew up the state's borders, and he opposed Mexico's attempt to ban slavery in Tejas.
Scummy white guy.
He also said if slaves were freed, they would turn into vagabonds, a nuisance, and a menace. And because of that, the Austin Equity Office suggested to council they change Austin's name.
Did they have to what? They
didn't say yet.
Okay, so they just, wow.
Yep.
This is just, I'd say it's unbelievable, but nothing's unbelievable.
It's not going to stop.
You can't whitewash history.
Actually, you can, and they're going to do this. It doesn't stop there, though. It can't stop there. If you go down and you look at lists of street names and areas of Austin, just for as an example, Blackfoot Trail, Blackfoot Drive, you've got those. You can't have that.
No.
First you're going to start with the Confederacy, of course. But then, as we've seen, like Columbus, you got to get rid of anything Indian. That's cultural appropriation. So they also have Indian Canyon Drive, Indian Hill, Indian Mound, Indian Point, Indian Ridge, Indian Scout, Indian Wood. Although that one has 2 strikes against it. That one's that's offensive for 2 reasons, right? So they got to get rid of all of those.
Yeah.
And then you got to get rid of Broadview and Broadway.
Because they're referring to women?
Yeah, you're viewing broads there, aren't you?
That's true.
You're viewing broads, and it's the way broads go. You can't have that the signs there.
That's true.
And beard.
As in, if you're gay, you are married to somebody and that's your beard?
People use that term.
Okay.
So, do you want people saying I live on beard? And somebody that happens to be of the homotype sexual persuasion, not the heterotype, but the homotype. And they're like,
they could get offended.
Wait a minute.
They could get offended.
Brad, did you say? Hold on.
Take a deep breath.
Did you say you live on Beard Avenue?
Beard Avenue. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That right there is offensive. It's not fabulous. I can tell you that much right here, right now. Right?
It is not. This is so
anything
crazy.
with white in the name has to go. And Blanco? Oh, yeah. Those that you either live on Blanco Street in Austin. That's trouble, baby. Trouble. You got to get rid of it, Brad.
Well, right here in Fort Worth, there's white settlement.
Right. Got to get rid of it.
Yep.
Man, N-word road really has to go then, I imagine.
Wow.
A mojo for every state. Mojo 50. Conservative cartel.
Now, a CNN report noted that Feinstein has demanded the FBI inform her of everyone the agency is talking to as part of the probe into these allegations. Asked how the American public will have any confidence in the ultimate conclusions reached by the Senate following such a secret report from the FBI, Feinstein replied, well, let's see. I can't say because I don't know what the investigation will say. Yeah, you do. You know exactly what the investigation is going to say, Diane, and that's why you want to keep it confidential. The same CNN article reported that the California senator was joined in her calls for the results of the FBI probe to remain secret by Democrat Senator Chris Coons. How do we know Chris Coons? He's the one that made the infamous deal with Jeff Flake. Interesting how that works, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because Coons and Flake went on to where? 60 Minutes. Oh, kumbaya. Kumbaya, yeah. Little campfire singing, right? Because everybody's in lockstep when you're liberals. Hey, are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of online dating. I met my beautiful wife online on a dating platform, and you can too. Check out wethepeople.dating. There's a better way for all of you single guys and you ladies out there. You know what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner ought to be your number one goal, just like the Constitution. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, if you're looking for someone, you don't have any time, you've got a computer, you've got an internet, you can start browsing wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner shouldn't be a mantra, it should be a goal. For the love of people and people of love. Listen to Matt Locke. Check out wethepeople.dating.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on Mojo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have
somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything food.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
Hello there, it's Doc Thompson and Bradley J. Staggs on Mojo 50. Get the comments in with the hashtag What I Learned Today, and if deemed worthy by Ron Phillips this morning, who spit of the dials, radio style for us, we will include you in the show close.
Shadow said, what I learned today, Intercourse, Pennsylvania must now change its name because of hashtag activism.
Hashtag me too. Hashtag activism.
Wow. Pocahontas says this is from Joe in New York at, I can't even read all. What happened to short names, short Twitter handles?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you not get jackholes? Do you not understand? If you say something like that, everyone will have a really, really long name just to screw with you now.
I'm counting on it.
Everything on the internet is a challenge,
Yes,
and with
it is.
our audience, even more so. You can't
Remember,
say that.
only 4-letter names from now on. That's it.
Got to do just the opposite.
Pocahontas.
You got to say, I really love the long names.
I love the long.
And then they end up with short name, but now you can't. Cat out of the bag.
Well, it's all right. No one's listening. It's okay. Anyway, Pocahontas says she's ready for 2020. By the way, Christopher Columbus was a racist xenophobe. Say no to Columbus Day. It's so true. Microaggressor says you can't change Austin's name. It's already tainted.
I see what you did there. See what you did with the thing.
And let's see, over on Facebook, E.A. Thomas said, happy to see Brad back. So is my parole officer. They finally found me.
Hey, we have a pretty cool event coming up in Fort Worth. Our studios are located just outside of Fort Worth, but we got a big event coming up a couple of Saturdays from now that you are going to want to take part in. It's going to be big fun.
It is huge. It is Cigar and Spirits Magazine's annual Texas Cigar and Spirits tasting, brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars. Not only will you be able to sample, to taste, to feel out, to enjoy, I was going to say the company, but I mean the cigars. But you'll also have some of the greatest spirits in the world. That
so this is put on by Cigar and Spirits magazine.
Cigar and Spirits magazine.
Will there be cigars there?
There will be cigars.
Will there be spirits there?
There will be spirits.
And will there be magazines there?
Oh, that's a good question. There probably will be magazines.
Yeah, I think
don't
so.
officially say that there will be magazines, but I'll bet there will be magazines.
So,
It is,
it's cigars and spirits. And a cartridge for rounds of guns.
No, not that kind of magazine. No, it's a different. It's
like the periodical.
Paper, yes.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay,
mostly online. Look, you can try all of the good stuff. There will be music. There will be giveaways. As a matter of fact, we'll be giving away maybe $1 million.
Wow! Holy moly!
I know, right?
We're definitely doing that.
No, I did not say that. I said maybe.
Oh,
and you never know.
Okay, so we're not doing that.
If we win the lottery for $750 million,
it's maybe still. Even that's on the fence.
Yeah, if that happens, I'm out of here.
Your story will be around. If you find us on the beach, which you won't because the security will be there too, because
you won't get near us.
Slumming with.
Yeah.
Come on.
Saturday, October 20th. That is a week from this coming Saturday from 5:30 till 9:30. If you are interested, you want to hang out, as long as you don't talk to me, because I'm going to be sitting in the corner with a bottle of booze and a cigar. Cigarandspirits.com is the website. Cigarandspirits.com. Get your tickets now. They will sell out. They always do.
43 reasons men are still single. Now, this is an article I saw. It's from research at the University of in Cyprus.
They're single because they were given a choice.
It says, well, and this is it. So listen, it says they analyzed 6,700 comments and revealed the top 43 reasons why people are unable to find a partner.
All right.
And they specifically men. Okay. Right. Here's the list. And I'm going to run through some of these.
Okay.
Number 1, poor looks, low self-esteem. So again, some of these are from a women's perspective, whatever, but low effort. They're not putting the time in. Okay. Not interested in relationships, poor flirting skills. They're introverted, recently broke up, no available women, overweight, which kind of goes back to the looks thing, that type of thing. Lack of time, socially awkward. You notice these are all male specific.
Yeah.
In other words, it's all from the perspective of they're not good enough or time putting in. What is missing here is an entry for blah, 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 blah.
Right?
That it's by choice. This is more the propaganda we're being fed right here.
Yep. Yeah. This is, if men are simple creatures. We just want a good cigar. We want some spirits. We want a little alone time and some sandwiches.
And you're good to go.
That's it. That's all we really need. It is not any deeper than that.
But this is put on us like this is our fault. Maybe, just maybe. Women may have some expectations that are too high.
Yeah, I think so.
Number 1. And number 2, maybe you make with the sandwiches and a little less of the blah, bitty blah.
No kidding. And the fact that they're right. Relationships are hard. It takes way too much time. No one wants to put in that kind of time to listen to the blah, 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 blah. Because that's what you end up doing. You chase, you eventually catch them, and you spend the rest of your life listening to blah, 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 blah. Just saying, I didn't make the rules. I'm just playing by them.
So what we need is to find a way to cut through all the clutter.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying there? If we get to a place where we can just cut through the clutter. I mean, because we all want to cut to the quick. It's just whatever quick we want to cut to.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, in these days, in these litigious times, in these times where you cannot look at a woman, and quite frankly, a woman can't look at him. Nobody can look at anybody and say, "Hey, you look nice today."
Oh, women can look at men. Oh, yes, they can say these things.
I was trying not to expose.
Oh no,
standard,
absolutely.
But...
And the crazy thing is, and this has been the way for a while. Now you're going to be arrested and you'll never sit on the Supreme Court. You have to give up your producing company in Hollywood.
Yep.
You'll have to stop House of Cards.
Yep.
So the problem is, for years, if you're a guy and your waitress comes over to the table and truly platonically, you see she has a great smile. You're not interested in her romantically whatsoever.
Just want to compliment.
And you were to say, "You have a great smile." Most of the time, that's going to be trouble for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
because even if she's gracious, because she, is waiting on you, whatever, she's loogieing in your food because she thinks you're a creepy old dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost always going to be taken as creepy old dude, predator.
It's so sad.
Ladies, we're not all predators. And even if we say, holy moly, she is hot, that doesn't mean we're going to act on it. Or if we talk to her or whatever, it's about being a predator. We can compartmentalize those things. Ladies forget that too. As much as guys can compartmentalize relationships and sex.
Yeah,
we really can.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, relationship's a broad term. Damn it.
Yes, it is.
We can compartmentalize the sexual relationship or encounter with a romantic relationship that we could say, yeah, I'd hook up with her for 3-4 minutes. Sure, why not?
And then afterward, I wouldn't remember her name.
Right, exactly. Or there's the, oh my gosh, I really love that girl. She's fantastic. Right. She, makes a lot of sandwiches, stuff like this.
Yep.
Wonderful. Yep. We can do that. And women have a more difficult time with that. Not that you can't do it a little bit. See, we're also able to compartmentalize thinking you have a great smile and not wanting to have sex with you. Thinking you have a great smile and wanting to have sex with you. Thinking you have a great smile and wanting to have sex with you and also not being a predator or pursuing it. Thinking you have a great smile, we want to have sex with you, and pursuing it. You see what I mean? There's all these subtle levels.
Wasn't it Billy Crystal that said years ago that, even when you see the ugly ones, a guy will always say, I don't know what it's like to sleep with her.
Well, sure, of course. It doesn't mean you're hoping to, whatever.
You just want, it does cross your mind.
Listen, if I drive down the road and I see a horrible crash, I'm looking over in hopes I see a head. I'm hoping to see a headless body. Yeah. Are you not?
That's true.
And you go, oh, that's horrible. Why did I?
That's why everybody slows down on the freeway.
It's why, even though I say, Brad, don't Google blue waffle, don't do it.
Nope.
You still Google it, and oh my gosh, do not do it.
Can't unsee it is all
last week you Googled John Wayne Bobbitt photos.
I did.
How was that for you? Was that a good time?
It was.
It was unpleasant.
It was
educational.
It was It was like watching
unpleasant.
It was like watching the films at traffic school.
Exactly. So just include your jets there about the automatically assuming guys are predators.
Yeah.
I thought last week there was a girl, beautiful smile. I was checking out at a little 7-Eleven type store. And I wanted to say, great smile. It'd be nice if somebody had that. I think that's missing in the world. You have a little more confidence in yourself.
More people should smile.
Nope, couldn't do it. Could not do it.
You cannot. Yeah, you can't pass out compliments anymore. You'll end up in jail.
Meanwhile, you can be nasty to people.
Yes. Oh yeah. You can threaten to kill them.
You can say I have a horrible smile, and they'll be like, "Yep, you get out of here," or whatever. But you're not.
You can
call from the popo.
You can threaten, like Republicans, saying that they should be, killed, and then they're fed to the swine. Their genitals fed to the swine.
Now, here's an extra interesting little story. Another study says this is really important here in our hashtag #MeToo world.
Right.
Women who make the first move are less likely to regret one-night stands. If a lady has
logical.
Right.
That's logical.
By the way, guys do not regret one-night stands.
Oh,
think about it.
No, you're right.
I
was trying to have a modicum of decency, just a little tiny shred of it.
There may have been a one-night stand outside of a bar called the County Seat in Jefferson, Ohio, many years ago.
May have been.
Strictly. And if it were true, I should regret it. Horrible. But I still kind of don't regret it. Anyway, guys don't regret one-night stands. There are some that we really appreciate and we're fond of. Oh, remember? Oh, yeah, that was great. That one you go, But it's like seeing the headless body on the side of the road. You're like, Women, I don't know what's going on in your head. Apparently you regret these things. You're less likely to regret them if you made the first move. So, as a society, ladies, we need you to make the first move.
Wow, we're going to throw the ball all the way into their court?
Seriously.
It's going to be.
Do we have any other option? It's already in their
Not really.
court.
No, you're right.
I mean, Beach Week 82. The ball's in your court, ladies.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it really
it's
is.
there.
Get one at mojo50.com. Click on
Now,
shop.
right. So, ladies, make the first move. You're going to feel better about yourself, even if it's just a simple little, hey, how you doing? My name is Barb. Right? Done.
Right.
And by that, I'm assuming you're going to use a fake name if you're with people like Brad and I for a one-night stand.
I would hope so.
Now, if, gentlemen, you're out and about, you need to find a way to get her to make the first move or convince herself that she's made the first move.
Wag the tallywhacker in her face.
That would not be the way.
Oh.
It didn't work out so well for Ramirez or for Kavanaugh. I'm just saying.
They need to change that one in the history books then.
All right, get your final hashtag, what I learned today, in, and we will share those communiques, if deemed worthy, by Ron Phillips next as we wrap up the show on Mojo 50.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of mojo. Mojo 50.
The Adrian Slade Show. Again, and I've said this in the past, a business does not exist to give you a minimum wage job. You are hired as an employee because in your self-interested quest to earn money, you will then be motivated to help the vision of the business creators and owners who seek their goal, who hired you to help facilitate it. The big business isn't built to provide charity in the form of hiring. They're not there just to give everybody a job. And it isn't a relationship of top-down exploitation of the little guy they've hired. That's what a lot of people think of. Oh, the big business, big corporation, they're running me dry. You know, that's the Sanders look, the Bernie Sanders people. They love to look at business like, oh, I'm a slave to this business. But you know what? Your self-interest to make money is what puts you in a symbiotic relationship with the business that hires you. Both self-interests from both parties are involved in this situation.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's DIA Thrive.com.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the Mojo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridge's Own client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridge's Own, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridge's Own contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on Mojo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on Mojo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on Mojo 50. Live free.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. Wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
What do you mean it's let's go?
All righty, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of your morning mojo with Doc Thompson and Bradley J. Staggs. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today. We learned today, sadly, is one of the most confusing days of the year for Elizabeth Warren. Do I celebrate Columbus? Indigenous people. Columbus. Hi, how are you? Columbus. Sailed the ocean blue.
She's like a dog watching the ceiling fan.
She's like, I just don't. No. More sleep, more sleep. No. By the way, Senator Warren is seeing nobody today. She's very torn. Torn. We learned Cory Booker is just as ignorant as Kanye West, but a lot less style.
Wow.
Yeah, it's troubling.
Yeah.
We learned that women will not be truly equal in these United States of America until we rename every street called Broadway. Broadview. Mm-hmm. We must get rid of all of them. Mm-hmm. How dare you view broads? Haven't they suffered enough?
Miss the good old days.
We learned from my wife, if you see someone in a Beto t-shirt while watching zebras, no. No.
Bad Doc.
The only thing she didn't do was swat me on the nose.
She should have.
That's right. I would have been fine with that. Just the index finger and middle finger just...
It's
no.
effective.
No.
She needs to learn that trick.
I mean, she has about other things. She just didn't do it when it came to Beto. There's a lot of... No.
Yeah.
We learned from the Association of Individuals with Enormous Taints, or TAINT. That's the acronym TAINT.
TAINT is the acronym, okay.
The Association of Individuals with Enormous Taints.
No, enormous? You mean enormous.
I couldn't find an N. I couldn't find an N word that meant big.
Wow.
If you got one for me, by all means, let me know.
Boy, is that a stretch.
See what you did there? It's enormous taint.
That's like saying gigantic.
What, that's not a word?
No.
I'm doing as well as Congress does with their acronyms.
I would think so, yeah.
The Association of Individuals with Enormous Taints would like to remind people that huge taints are nothing to be ashamed of. There is help.
There's
medication and therapy.
There's a balm for that.
There's a cream, a balm, there's a gel, a salve. It's all out there. Huge taint therapy is controversial.
As a matter of fact, we welcome our new sponsor, Taint Balm.
Taint Balm. Mm-hmm. Hi, Doc Thompson for Taint Balm. I don't suffer with huge taint. Not that anyone knows of. Not anymore.
That's right.
Not since I've been using Taint Balm. I had a larger taint than Brett Kavanaugh, but simply applied liberally 4, 5, 6 times an hour.
See what you did
Taint
there.
Balm will shrink that back down to a normal size. No longer when I go to the racquetball club do guys go, oh my God, look at that taint. Stand up! Stand up!
No man spreading here. Please, no man spreading.
We also learned that, ladies, gentlemen, we will all feel better about ourselves if, ladies, you simply make the first move.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that
Makes
works.
them
That
feel
works.
less
It does.
bad about themselves. And, hey, it's easier for us.
It gives us plausible deniability, too. It was your idea.
It wasn't mine.
Right. I didn't approach you. You wanted to do it.
We'll also feel better if you make more sandwiches.
Yes. Yeah.
Brad Staggs, what, if anything, did you learn today?
I learned why Brett Kavanaugh wears that long black robe to cover up the huge taint.
Thank you, Mazie Hirono, by the way, for the gift that keeps giving.
It certainly does. I also learned that having a huge taint apparently doesn't prevent you from sitting on a bench.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No, matter of fact, they'll have a ceremony for you. I learned the president will I learned that we have until the year 2030. I don't know what the president has to do with it. To get our crap together. That's when the seas will rise, along with the temperatures, global warming. We're all going to die.
I'm okay with that.
Which I need to find Mary if that happens.
Yeah, I'm okay. Just, again, lube the chassis, have her close by at all times.
Yep. I learned that Matt Locke will be wearing a pea hat to cover his bet for the next 25 years.
We'll see. We'll see.
At least once he staples the whole thing together.
He's a known, bet backer-outer, shirker of duties and responsibilities. He's weak that way. We'll see. We'll see.
He's been called a lot of things. I also learned that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is grabbing the crazy baton from Nancy Pelosi and pushing the crazy train down the track.
Nancy's like, damn, she's good.
And she got the crazy eyes. Also learned that I moved Veterans Day from November 12th to June 13th. It wasn't that hard.
Just because.
I just keep saying it long enough, and it'll be true. I learned that from the Democrats.
He's betting me in here about Veterans Day. I'm like, trust me. I know when the Marine Corps birthday is. I know when Veterans Day is.
June 13th.
I get it. Trust me. In the Thompson household, Basil Thompson made sure we knew.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Every June.
Six Semper Fidelis, man.
June 13th rolls around. Veterans Day,
November
there it
10th
is.
for the Marine Corps birthday. Chesty Puller got the whole story. Tons Tavern, I'm there, baby.
I also learned the Morning Mojo can be abbreviated TMM.
Yes, that's right.
Next time I see that on a memo, I should remember that.
That's right.
Because I had no idea.
And we also learned that the Association of Individuals with Enormous Taint, abbreviated TAINT.
Right. And finally, I learned that this desk makes my thighs look big.
Is it the desk?
Let's just move
This is the old desk anyway. It's the old style, so we're getting a new one coming in here. It's brand new. It's going to be a new design completely, top to bottom.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody builds it.
What, if anything, did the listeners learn today?
Lori Kay over on Facebook said, Brad, she learned that that's shiplap in the background. Actually, that's not shiplap in the background.
It's not.
It is not. It's not ship. There aren't any ships within. It's actually flooring in the background.
You're not supposed to say that.
It's a floor on the back.
We took those boards from
that whole thing out, Ron.
A cabin that was on the property of Monticello.
It was Lincoln's. I thought it was Lincoln's cabin.
No, this is Thomas Jefferson's.
Oh,
he had all that land that he dedicated to the University of Virginia. It's very valuable.
I always get that backwards.
That's right. If you'd like to buy a piece, we'll sell you a little piece. It's very pricey, though.
Oh, very, very expensive. Pink Floyd learned you get Sweatnik on my huge taint. No, you got huge taint on my Sweatnik.
Two great tastes that go great together.
Wow, this is society now. Paul B. learned, note to self, remember who you tickle. Because sooner or later, it's coming back to get you. Lori D. Learned, apparently Doc Thompson doesn't remember his night with Sarah Jessica Parker. Do you regret that night?
I do. Now it's still a great story.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That was quite a ride.
Hey-o!
See, she's got a horse face. It was a horse joke.
At a full gallop.
Make sure to visit Sarah Jessica Parker looks-like-a-horse.com. Have you ever seen that? Oh my gosh, that's a real site.
Wait a minute, what is it?
Sarah Jessica Parker looks-like-a-horse.com. Go there. You will see they put enormous amounts of time. It is brilliant. Sarah Jessica Parker looks-like-a-horse.com.
Black Suit Lucky Farkin learned that we're also accepting donations from Kavanaugh's GoFundMe earnings for MoJoCon 2019.
MoJoCon 2019.
Be there. Get your T-shirt. That's the only way you can get to the building.
I think they have something coming up this weekend, and I couldn't go this weekend because of the new show, and then I've got the JDRF thing and some other stuff. Yeah,
you have just such a huge...
I'll go anywhere else, so you give me enough time.
In addition to the huge taint, you have a huge social calendar.
Thank you.
Maybe that's what gives
Is it up there, Ron?
Taint.
Sarah Jessica Parker looks-like-a-horse.com.
Wow.
It's a brilliant site.
Wow. I wish I had thought of that.
It's awesome.
They have a lot of pictures of her looking like a horse.
Looking like a horse, separated at birth. They put a lot of time into it. It's been up there for years.
Sarah Jessica Parker
looks-like-a-horse.com.
Wow. Sneaking Duck learned Dr. Ford certainly earned that GoFundMe money almost as if it were contractual or something.
Beach Week 82.
Get your
T-shirt. Shirts at mojo50.com.
The Steve 42 learned the worst part of Kavanaugh's confirmation is we have to find something else to fight about.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. What's going to happen this week now? It's going to be exciting.
What's Trump going to do this week?
Well, hey, election is just 4 weeks from tomorrow now.
That's right. Man, time is running out to hate on your neighbor. Find out fast. Sarah the Roma learned I can always say thank you when complimented. These feminists are ruining everything.
Thank you.
A worker at Arrowhead Stadium told me I was beautiful the minute I walked in. Made my day, and I said, you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Sarah the Roma, you're hot.
She's hot. Steve 42 learned Doc forgot that she doesn't have a great smile, but I still want to have sex with her.
Well, there's that one as well. Yes, there's many subtle levels, but ladies, you just settle down there. Settle down.
Really? I mean, again, men are simple. We're just simple.
You can rule the world. You can. It's so simple. It really is.
Microaggressor. Mojo 50 will not be tainted by blah, 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 blah. Hashtag Tommy.
You know what? We should contact her and see if she wants to provide some content. What do you think?
Yep. Got her phone number. I say bring her in. Let's see here. Opera Thang learned, by the way, I enjoy the orange and black Halloweeny colors for the first real show.
Oh, my gosh. I got black and you got
We planned. Do you know how long we spent on the phone the night before
The
planning all
entire
of this? It's
consultants
down to our
we have.
socks.
By the way, I did not get to the new numbers on procrastination. I was going to start off this program with them, but here's the good news. I'll do them tomorrow. Okay?
All right.
What else do we have coming up tomorrow?
That's a really good question.
What does Matt Locke and the Conservative Cartel have coming up on their broadcast in a few minutes?
He's going to be talking about a lot of interesting things that surround the
What
economy.
is Matt Locke wearing?
Not a pea hat.
He hopefully will tomorrow.
That's right.
Remember, your Morning Mojo is today a Ron Phillips production. Sic Semper Tyrannis. Good night, Steve Cannon. Wherever you are. Anya, now you go home. Boom, one in the can, ready to go. Because we be fast, and they be slow.
What's a mojo?